there is another
Double
aspect
check,
of
because
the
we always
universe
have
that is
to. We're
immaterial,
live.
ethereal, spiritual.
Yay! Right.
Again,
Not gonna lie,
substantiate
I'm
beliefs
tired,
held on faith
but I want to get a few hours of this done before I call it an
evidence
early
either.
day.
So to
When I
get
say
around
early, I
that,
mean like,
they have defined
not
these
3 in the morning like it was
positive
yesterday.
claims that physical material is all there is.
Right, okay.
Again, they've shifted the burden of proof.
Oh, and I've changed my name to my YouTube channel name for Speaking It for just make life easier for people.
Alternative reality in addition to the one we know. Asking whether naturalism is
Okay.
true is much
Who's available?
naturalism as a belief that everything is
Chill
natural
guy.
as opposed to supernatural,
Shooter or
which
not.
is another word for magical. When we talk about magical things, we're talking about supernatural things. They are essentially the same thing. The Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy says that naturalism is widely viewed in as a positive term in philosophical circles, where only a minority of philosophers reject reality.
Okay, fuck it.
So
Squad on. Play.
most scientists
Got here.
and most regular
No.
people accept that the natural world exists
No.
and that we're not just figments
Ooh, Harvester.
of imagination. Of course, it matters what definition.
Okay, if we're doing Harvester, we're doing it that way.
Same article also said that there's no particularly precise or informative definition of naturalism, that its meaning depends on the context. And in this case tonight, I am part of that context because I was invited to debate this topic, and I most often debate science denialists, especially intelligent design creation scientists, who are explicit in what they mean by naturalism. For example, Don McLeroy was a young Earth creationist and the chairman of the Texas State Board of Education.
They've been making
He
tea from
famously
cantaloupe
objected
leaves.
to the collective testimony
Hey, to
of
each their own, I
150
guess.
professional scientists endorsing that
Thanks.
evolution should be taught as fact in public schools. McLeroy, who was just a dentist himself, not a scientist of any sort, said that someone has to stand up to these experts. McLeroy was also taught in a Christian school where he told his fourth grade students,
2 more.
chipping away at that objective empirical evidence and keep pointing out that their deductive reasoning depends on the premise nature is all there is. Remind them they might be wrong. His problem with naturalism might stem from the fact that Darwin and his contemporaries were not called scientists. In the 19th century, the people who studied science were called naturalists. Thus, many
Firing rate low, damage there.
naturalism.
Not as much damage.
Leroy, for example, is a
Beta range,
self-described
more agile.
supernaturalist.
Fire rate,
He
stability.
believes that the world is essentially
I think that's just better.
and that's why he thinks he can dismiss objective empirical evidence as if it's meaningless. Those are just facts. They don't matter. McLeroy's website quoted intelligent design creationist Philip Johnson complaining that metaphysical naturalism, or materialism,
Hello.
or just plain old naturalism, is the idea that nature is all there is.
They're not. Whoa. How many seeds do I have? Like none? Do you have enough seeds in your stash? God damn you. Right. Okay, screw it. We're going out there.
Against both Darwinian evolution
Play. Confirm.
It is their naturalistic base that is the ultimate target. The important aspect
Oh, I don't have
of
enough.
evolution is its natural
How do I still not have enough space in here?
as a result of purposeless, unintelligent.
Oh, right. Sell that.
So by
Sell that.
naturalism
What's
doesn't mean
miscellaneous?
in nature, nor the study of
Apricot.
nature. What it
Crafting.
means is atheism. Worse than that, it's not just a belief. It's not just an absence of belief
Sell
in
that.
God. It's a belief in the absence of God. And worse than that, it's not just God. It's
Do I need that for anything? I actually don't know if I need that for anything.
It's a belief or assertion that there is no magic rather than not believing in magic. Typical shifting of the burden of
Hello there. A mosquito lands on your testicle. You'll learn that violence isn't always the answer. A wise man. You part you've missed out there. If a mosquito lands on your testicle and bites, if you swat it, if you slap it, that's only then do you learn that violence isn't always the answer. That's the key point. A mosquito landing on your balls, if you do absolutely nothing about it, you don't really learn much other than wear pants and don't let bugs crawl on your nuts. That's just me talking to chat, by the way. But good, close. Right. Make space. Sell that.
And its cultural legacy.
I need that. Okay, I should have enough space now.
How does materialism
Good.
have cultural legacies?
There and there.
Materialism essentially means accepting that the material world
Quick
exists,
use.
but not also believing
Those.
in the immaterial,
And
supernatural, magical.
I should have
By their
Where is it?
arbitrarily imposed interpretation, if naturalism
Recycle that down to those, yeah.
is not real, and neither is God, since gods are made of magic.
Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? Where? Oh, I can make them. Wait.
Whether you accept evident reality or whether you prefer to make believe something else instead, either way, they say that it's a matter of belief, of choosing to believe, which is not an option for all of us. It's not for me.
God, I gotta be quick. This thing's about to end.
Beliefs are a matter of faith, all of them, and that faith is inherently cultural. That everything you believe is a
Okay, we're going. We're in.
And
Missing ammo for firearms doesn't matter. I can dig ammo out when I get there.
And that even a lack of religion is a religion, and that a lack of faith is faith. As if we can choose to believe whatever we want, and they don't understand that some of us don't believe, that we don't make believe, that some of us need a sufficient reason to.
Okay, that was quick.
And that we don't want to be fooled into believing anything just because it's anything that isn't evidently true. So we're not going to believe impossible nonsense for no good reason just because we say so. Don McLeroy went a bit further in an article to the Austrian-American Statesman, wherein he clarified that he's not just against philosophical naturalism, he's against methodological naturalism too, which is essentially the scientific method. Specifically, it is the premise that all postulations must be based on physical evidence and that all claims or hypotheses must be testable to see whether it's still supported or is potentially falsifiable. Because if it's wrong,
We're late in.
there's some way to show that. These requirements both keep science limited to what is natural.
Oh, I couldn't be further away if I tried.
We've spotted a harvester in your area.
Yeah, I can tell that.
Is guarding it with her life.
If
So
magic was
engage if
real,
you've brought your best gear,
there would be
lots
people
of
like
backup,
Spock,
and a very good
Gandalf,
plan.
Obi-Wan, Hermione, and Doctor Strange, who could demonstrate that reliably, at least well enough to show that there's a there. But of course, in real life, no one can do that. No one ever had. Not one person has ever performed well enough to show any sort of success rate.
Let's hope to God I don't get...
Many thousands of
You said hi, huh? Well, hello back to you, Mert74J... BJK, huh? Was that Blowjob King?
Reiki masters, treasure divinators, fortune tellers, spellcasters, and exorcists there are and have been all over the world since prehistoric times. We still can't show that there even is a supernatural at all. Instead, we know from neuroscience and so on that souls don't exist. And most of the important fables in the Bible and the
Such a long way to get there.
sacred scriptures
Of all the places in the map it could have dumped me, it had to dump me, like, right in, like...
a few legends and such thrown in there with little or no.
I'm not going to bitch about it. Like I said, I had very little sleep last night,
and every one
and
of
so I'm just grinding
all
this.
the miracles that the
for a
Catholic
few
Church
hours
claims
today.
to have confirmed are dubious.
So if I start getting all miserable and meh, ignore me.
When I say this,
I'm just being grumpy,
once a very
basically.
Spiritual person. I wanted to. I used to believe in reincarnation of spiritual life force. My actual religion, sincerely, for years, was essentially Jedi. I sincerely thought that there were people who really could do all that stuff.
Okay, we're getting close to
I
it.
wanted to believe that there was some truth to the paranormal. I wanted to believe in UFOs.
There it is. Gotcha.
Telepathy, ESP, clairvoyance, spirit photography, telekinetic.
Right, if you're going to go up against the queen, or the matriarch, I should say, or the harvester, it's typically better to go in by yourself than a team. Because if you go in by yourself, if teams, people typically want to kill you. But if you go in by yourself, other people, generally speaking, aren't that much of a douche, and you can actually have a chance to get in there and play.
I wanted to know what was true in each case, and I wanted to show the truth of it. The problem is, there just isn't any of that that we can show to be true at all. So in this debate, I will hope that my interlocutor and I already both accept the physical material nature exists, and if he has any legitimate evidence of the supernatural aspect in addition to that, someone certainly would have by now,
And we're running. Will we get killed? More than likely.
Instead, which he means to show that naturalism is not.
Oh, it's already been done. Oh, it's already been beat. Yeah, people have already been here and done it. You're too late. It's already been done. No, I don't have anything. I just got here. empty. There. Kind of empty. Okay. Well, that was that, I suppose.
King of debate hosting. There with you. Special thanks to Aaron Ra for agreeing to defend naturalism, although
Alloy.
doesn't take it very seriously as a position. I'm not
What's
sure.
in this? More alloys. Yeah, it's mostly the scraps in here.
Address a position like this, debates like this,
Oh shit! How the hell did it? I didn't even. How the hell did it kick? How the hell did it kick through that?
various positions, and it's good to ask, hey, why
Unbelievable. Okay, well, I guess we better get out of here. Okay, I have to find a way out.
naturalism is in but they're usually in the ballpark. If you're not talking about methodologically natural, roughly the claim is what exists. Real, contrasted with supernaturalism. Supernaturalism would be the view that yes, there's the natural world, but there's something else. That something else could be God or God.
Okay, we're running. I'm not gonna look back. I'm gonna run.
Supernaturalism would usually include the idea that these things somehow interact with the natural world. So, in a debate on whether naturalism is true, it doesn't make a lot of sense to not accept the burden of proof.
Okay, we're out of the way. Someone was shooting at me then.
I'm actually
Who? Which one of you schemy bastards was doing that?
like this too.
Okay, it was probably the Wasp. Okay, fuck it. Right, well, Harvester was absolutely empty. There was nothing in it. Too Late was beaten. So I guess right now I'm going to go solo and try and see if I can get in there and find my little light bulb, which I need in order to carry on with my, what's it called now? Expedition, I guess.
Could God give you that would convince you?
Well, I got some free shit, so I shouldn't really complain too much. But let's just get out there. Let's just get out the area, shall we?
Booming voice. Okay, yeah, I believe. And that would be enough. But he goes on to point out that upon further reflection, an audible voice wouldn't convince him.
I wonder, is that person getting attacked over there?
The voice would simply conclude that he was hallucinating.
Someone's getting fucked.
He then agreed
Someone's getting fucked big time over there.
that if God wrote a message in the stars, something like "Believe in me."
Jeez. Okay, well, that's not my problem, is it?
He could blame powerful
Let's get out of here before the Rocketeer shows up.
So Dawkins concluded that no matter what the evidence is, it can always be reinterpreted, and therefore that there's absolutely nothing God could do to convince him that he exists. The most interesting part is that Dawkins has spent
There's the Rocketeer.
his career challenging theists who
So I'm going to go
provide
that way
evidence of God's
and try to avoid it.
even though at the end of the day he admits that he's going to reject the evidence no matter what it is.
The Rocketeer really is, in my opinion, the worst thing in this game. It's in terms of, like, the one thing you don't want to run into. It's super fast. There's a very, very, very high rate of firepower. So it's just like boom, 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 boom.
That doesn't sound very rational, and yet automatically rejecting
Ah, I've never been in here before. What's here?
apparently a position held by several of the popular new atheists. So even if God
Don't slide. Come on. Get up there.
in glory started blasting people with lightning bolts, atheists could
I've never been in here before.
explain that away. Maybe we're dreaming.
Right, where's an exit point in case I have to get out? That's there. Field Depot's there. Okay. But the Rocketeer's behind that one, so I don't want to go that way too much. Right, let's see if we can find a light bulb.
But think about it. If we suddenly heard a voice,
Very, 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 very quickly.
does anyone think Matt Dillahunty would believe that and convert to Islam?
By the way, if you do play Ark and you do see me in here, I've changed my name in Ark to my name on YouTube, so people now can associate the two.
Can be used to reject anything. I could use this method to reject the existence of any atheist. I could issue a challenge to every atheist in the world. I could issue a challenge to Aaron Ra. I could say, I challenge you to prove to me that you exist. In fact, I'll sweeten the pot. If Aaron Ra can prove to me that he exists, I'll agree to become an atheist tonight.
What do you mean, prove that he exists? Oh, is it here?
I'm gonna use the method of people like
Oh, no, it's not.
Whatever evidence he gives me, I'll say, well, maybe I'm hallucinating, maybe I'm in the Matrix, maybe powerful aliens are tricking me or something like that. If I were to use the methods that atheists use, there's no way any atheist would ever convince me that he exists. It's impossible to prove much of anything.
Apparently, if you breach from the corner here, you can see... Oh, shit, you can see all the way around the back of you. Nice.
Be used to reject any position, no matter how solid. Probably need a new methodology.
Dark orbiter is
But
en
let's
route.
focus on
The
naturalism.
safe window is closing.
One of the most
You have
catastrophically
10 minutes to
self-undermining
return to
hypotheses
Esperanza.
ever.
I repeat, 10
And
minutes.
hypotheses are what I would call catastrophically self-undermining. What do I mean here? Well, we can see the simple play. If I say there is no truth, someone would quickly reject the statement there's no truth, and the statement you're making wouldn't be true either. Plain
Okay,
undermining.
where are we?
Let me give you a more relevant example. In Descartes' Meditations on First
I'll go for that one.
imagines what it would be like
Okay, cool. It's just over there.
if a demon were constantly deceiving him. Descartes didn't believe this. He brings it up as part of a thought experiment in order to see if there's anything people can be absolutely certain about. An omnipotent
So, the harvester was empty. Beat into it. So now we're evacuating, we're getting out of here. Because I took a bunch of... I got a bunch of free shit.
that I exist.
So, let's not mess around and
It's impossible even for an
risk fate, huh?
all-powerful deceiver to
Oh,
deceive me
shit.
about my own existence. From there, Descartes tries to figure out more things that he can't possibly be wrong about. Again, Descartes didn't actually believe in an omnipotent deceiver, but suppose you meet
Don't fall.
someone who actually does believe it. Suppose you meet someone who believes that he's being deceived every moment of every day by an omnipotent demon. The worldview should raise an obvious question, namely, do you believe that you're constantly being deceived by an omnipotent demon? Do you trust your belief or do you even believe that? How
Cool.
do you trust your belief in an omnipotent deceiver if you can't trust
Fucker.
your belief at all? If you think you're constantly being deceived? Did the demon who's deceiving you about everything else suddenly give you
Right, this is
accurate
definitely a sign that someone wants to kill me, so let's go. Oh, fuck you.
the omnipotent deceiver hypothesis seriously, you can't take it seriously. If I'm constantly being deceived by an omnipotent deceiver, then I can't trust my belief. But my belief that I'm constantly being deceived would be one of the beliefs I can't trust. Hence, the hypothesis would self-destruct. If you take it seriously, you can't take it seriously. What I'm calling a
Leaper.
catastrophically self-undermining hypothesis. But there's another
Hide from the leaper. I am not getting fucked by that boy.
hypothesis before us, and it's called naturalism. If you take naturalism seriously, you can't take it seriously.
Hate leapers, hate leapers, hate leapers.
Agree on that today.
Leapers are okay if you get like a long corridor or like a nice door.
Belief as reliable
Otherwise, they're an absolute goddamn nightmare.
naturalism. Naturalism is the hypothesis about all of reality. If naturalism were true, and you received your cognitive faculties, reason, perception, memory, and so on, from the naturalistic processes that are available to you.
Open the door, bitch.
You can't trust your cognitive faculties when you're dealing with a topic like naturalism. They weren't made for anything close to that. Let me explain why. Human beings have the ability to reason. We're using it right now. And we tend to trust our reasoning ability. We wouldn't have discussions like this if we thought that our cognitive faculties, processes that produce our beliefs, were unreliable. But naturalists have a problem here because they can only explain things by appealing to natural objects, natural events, natural causes.
And I'm out.
Think about this for a moment. You have beliefs. Ultimately, according to naturalism, your beliefs must be the result of physical processes in the brain. Now, what's going on in here? Particles in motion, chemical reactions, neurons firing. It's all physical, governed by laws of nature, not by some sort of commitment to truth. So what really seems like careful reasoning to you is, in reality, straightforward, mechanical, mindless cause and effect, a fancy array of falling dominoes. Illusions aside, then, you
Okay,
arrive at
play.
your beliefs via a
Confirm.
process that has absolutely nothing to do with whether those beliefs are true or false. Chemicals couldn't conceivably care.
Oh, I
less.
need to sell some more crap.
Naturalism is true.
I never know what to sell.
Naturalism right now, you
That's a
are
looting one. That's better. We'll go for that one there.
particles obeying non-rational
Hitch key. I definitely should take those things out with me more often, quite frankly. I've never needed that.
If naturalism is true and you believe in
Uh,
supernaturalism right
recycle that down to what? Okay, take that.
non-rational particles
Sell
mindlessly
that.
obeying non-rational laws of nature
Sell
via a
that.
process set in motion
Oh, nice. Oh, I get chemicals out of that?
belief in supernaturalism. The
Oh, sweet.
particles and the laws of nature that cause
Toaster. Why do I have that?
believe right now couldn't conceivably
Oh, what's
care
this?
less.
Water filter. Do I need that for anything?
A false belief is every bit as determined by
I don't think I do, no. Okay, I have a ton of this now. Okay, recycle that down to those. I don't think I need that for anything just yet. Buried City Residential Master Key. Okay.
But it gets worse.
Explosives. Actually, you know what? That gives me chemicals. I need that for the guns. Flame spray. Just recycle that down. Do you know what? I'll sell that. I've so many of these now, so sell that one. Sell that one. Sell that one. What does that recycle down to? Magnet and cloth. Okay. This is where it gets to the basic shit. Okay, sell all these. This is just a waste of space, this is.
Darwin says that he shares Graham's conviction that the universe is not the result of chance.
Okay. Sell that. Actually, recycle that down to those. Recycle that down to those. Recycle that.
One could argue that reliable cognitive faculties would help organisms survive.
Oh, God. All right, okay.
Would therefore be selected in the struggle for survival, but this response would be unsuccessful for several reasons.
Am I that out of fabric? It's amazing how quickly you run out of stuff in this. Just basic things disappear super quick. Anything there? No. There? No. There? That's just a nightmare to go to.
We both avoid the berries.
Spaceport.
A false belief can
I'm going squad this time.
just as well as
Spaceport. Confirm.
Second, for purposes
Yeah, okay.
false beliefs can sometimes be more effective than true belief. You've got the hots for someone, but she's definitely out of your league, and you're too shy to make a move. But you call the
Recycle that one.
hotline, and the psychic tells you
Sell
the
that.
position of the planet Venus is just right for love. Your false belief.
What is this guy talking about?
Give you the confidence you need to walk up to her
Like,
and say,
actual
"Hey."
question. What is this guy talking about?
You might be impressed by your confidence, and she might love
What does that turn
astrology.
into?
Have 10 kids together. Your false belief can help you reproduce.
Dried resin. Recycle to that.
Third, the kind
Cat bed. I need that for my chicken.
reproduce are usually grounded in simple observation and experience. My cave mate, fag.
You can get these from everywhere, so it's like, actually, no, what? Cancel. I'm selling that.
The lower mammals are capable of learning by observation and
So,
experience.
it's stunning to me just how much cash you need. I'm pretty convinced that if you took the entire value of this plus this, it's over $1 million. I'm gonna guess. I mean, how much is that thing? 13,000. So I'm pretty comfortable saying that ish. But I still need.
Naturalism combined with natural selection therefore gives us almost no
I still need a goddamn light bulb. One light bulb, and I can pass the halfway point. I'm tracking the resources for that.
As Patricia Churchland points out,
Oh, it's so annoying. I really do wish you could buy them.
evolutionary
Like,
theory
sort of like a light bulb of it be available here. It really would make my life so much easier.
writes, looked at from an evolutionary point of view,
Okay, let's just play.
nervous systems is to enable the organism
Blue
to
Gate.
appropriately. Boiled down to a
Actually,
simple
Night
nervous
Raid, you get
system
more
enables the
shit.
organism to succeed
But it's a lot more
in 4 facets:
difficult, so we're doing that. So,
fighting, and reproducing.
recycle that. Actually, don't recycle. Oh, is that a kettle? Yeah, recycle that. Useless kettles. Absolutely useless.
That the organism may survive. Insofar as representation serve that function, representations are a
Workshop,
good thing.
guns.
Getting things right in space and time, therefore,
Harpin's
is a
supposed to be
crucially
quite
important
good.
factor for nervous systems, and there is often considerable evolutionary pressure deriving from considerations of
Right.
speed. Improvements in sensory motor control confer an evolutionary advantage. Fancier style of representing is advantageous so long as it is geared to the organism's way of life.
Confirm.
Enhances the organism's chances of survival.
Harpin. Ammo.
Truth, whatever that is,
Oh, nope.
definitely takes the hindmost. If human reasoning ability was
Okay, so we have a thing to get out. We have grenades.
get the body parts where
I
they
probably move that and swap
should,
it for.
in the central
Sorry, I know that I'm dragging this out, but hey, what can I say? It's
would say
just
we must be
part and
far
parcel of the game.
tendency to skepticism, not to be apprehensive.
Lots
to
and
hear
lots
about
and lots of going back and forth and back and forth. Quick
made for
use.
this sort of thing. So if naturalism is true, you weren't made to figure out the universe.
Actually, you know what? For this one,
find barriers.
screw that. For this one, what you really need
So how can we
are
believe in
these.
naturalism when belief in naturalism
If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. For certain maps, you just need the ability to get the hell out if you have to get out.
I don't know what the evidence is going to be. We should take this
Put that
seriously
down.
as a position, and it doesn't sound like Aaron is
use.
going to treat this seriously as a position.
Okay, ready?
Defended. So we might actually end up agreeing. If we're talking about
Hopefully we get a good squad. Let's see what happens.
supernaturalism, the takeaway would be, since the topic is naturalism is true, is that the real
Hopefully the sound's okay. I was having a few sound issues yesterday,
naturalism, you
so I'm
affirm
hoping the sound's better.
You can't seriously affirm naturalism or
I would ask people in who's watching to say in chat yes or no, but no one ever does that anyway, so don't worry about it.
supernaturalism
I'm assuming by the fact people are watching that it's okay.
avoid intellectualism.
And if you are watching, just to throw it out there, I appreciate it. I truly do. Thank you very much for watching. There are other things you could be doing with your time, and the fact you're spending it watching me is... I'm grateful for that. Okay.
Thank you, Mr.
How you doing, fellas?
Conflicting views on evolution's effect on social species, which is profoundly different.
Okay, I need to find, if possible, a light bulb. So if you guys see one, can you shout it out for me, please?
Vigilant after sunset.
And that means
Thank you very much.
just looking out for ourselves. We are looking the things that set us apart over the others at the time when we lost the muscular power that the chimpanzees and gorillas retained. And we didn't yet have the enlarged brains and genius that we eventually realized. We already had the huge things that were very, very weak, except for one thing. The one thing that very weak was something that we still have back then, that we still have better than any chimpanzee.
Oh.
And that is our empathy, our ability to empathize with others. The type of social species that we are,
location?
we rarely see this in other social species, but it happens on occasion. When the
Where's
slow
Blue gone?
of the weak will be singled out by the predator from the herd. And sometimes
Oh, it's up here?
will turn. And that's what happened in our case.
I love the fact that no one communicates. Everyone just sort of splits and goes their own way.
Any smile
Get up.
can take out any person from any time period, but you can't take on all 40 of us. And we've got sticks and stones, and we'll break your bones. And that's what got us. That's what got us to where we are.
Let's go to the Pilgrim's Peak.
Last time I played this, up there was where I found a light bulb, so I'm just throwing the idea out there for people, if you're interested in helping.
Empathy for their family, friends, and fellows who were the ones that you could depend upon, the ones that we could rely on. These are the ones who ended up being favored, while there are people who were selfish, not empathetic, not feeling toward other people, and they tended to be, over the terms of generations in mathematics and in population mechanics, these are the ones that tend to be ostracized from society, either...
Oh, and I have an evac key as well, so if we have to go out down one of those unofficial exits, we can do.
Just as a matter of population mechanics, we end up admiring and praising and preserving the people who kept by their word, the ones that had a degree of morality. And the type of morality that we have extends not just to our tribe. The more intellectual we are, the more widened we become, the broader our perspective is, so that we accept other people, we even accept others.
Okay, watch out for those rolling, exploding things down here.
Today, Mr. Wood, I heard him explain a couple of things, that when people make supernatural claims, he would automatically take that as a reason to view it.
Flare grenades.
But maybe he only accepts it, or only extends this critical analysis when it's people of other religions. I don't limit it. You know, I consider that, hey, my position has been wrong in the past. I might be wrong again. I'm always open to that possibility.
Water pump rusted.
Somebody
Oh.
documents something that after all these years of research on my part and checking with the experts in every possible field, is there anything I missed? No. So when he says that in order to take naturalism seriously, I have to take the burden of proof to prove a negative, I don't think so. I think we're still in a situation where he has a burden of proof to show that there is a supernatural aspect.
So many rusted tools.
He's not going to do that.
Not a single light bulb.
Reverse the burden of proof onto me, and he's going to strawman my position at the same time. Now, I don't understand how accepting what he said before about accepting what is evidently true and not also assuming what is neither indicated nor even possible. He describes that as irrational.
Okay, this is one of the worst gun I could have bought.
By what is not apparently even possible is somehow rational
Sometimes you find light bulbs in cars.
against our own psyche. That makes no sense to me. But I've heard a number of his thoughts, the way he talks about atheism, and it is fundamentally. So I hope we can have some more discussions on that. Now, as far as proving a point, I mean, when he casts the people who naturalists, the people who don't believe in naturalism,
Come on, let's give me a light bulb.
creation
So it's something to feel good about. Come on.
to a creation. I can prove that the world is spherical to a flat earth. It's just a matter of, is it a... I've been in conversations with these people when they think that I've got them in a corner, and then we'll find out whether the position is good faith or not. And in case there was a flat earther who somehow thought that I was a super mega rich guy, and that I had my own jet. And I said, look, this is something we can do. You say that there's no such thing as Antarctica. We can go to Antarctica. We can go to where most people go to. We could take off in a jet. We could fly all the way around the island continent.
How many blueprints are in here? My God.
Shoreline as we go. Watch all your gauges.
I already have that one, but thanks.
Place that we took off from. Whereas, if you were right, and Antarctica is a ring around the entire planet, the plane would not have the fuel capacity to do that. This idiot thought that I had my own blue jet and thought that I was going to force him into this, wherein he admitted that he believes
Oh, shit.
because he wants to, but has nothing to do with what.
I found a light bulb. Nice.
Some of these people, you can take it out to a weather balloon. You can get them to hook up their own
Right, I'm happy.
to the weather balloon. Send it up into the stratosphere. Bring it back down. Their own GoPro. They set it on. They turn it on. Everything. If they were to try to convince their friends, if they were themselves convinced, they would be dismissed as being part of the conspiracy.
This blue guy seems to know what he's doing.
There's a difference between whether you're good faith, sincere, and whether you're not. Whether you just want to believe what you want to believe because that's what you want to believe. Now, I
2 light bulbs.
agree with Dawkins on this one point.
I found 2 light bulbs.
I
Nice.
agree with Dawkins on a lot, but I agree with him on this one point. That a personal experience of God is going to be deceptive. I personally know somebody who lives not 2 miles from me who worships the Egyptian cat-headed goddess Bast because she appeared to him
$43,000 worth of value in there.
visible,
Where's
tangible,
the... There he is.
bade him to become her disciple, gave him a hug, and of course, he did. Because when a topless, cat-headed goddess appears in your house and says, worship me, you do. You just do. And so, I know, and George Harrison famously made comments that when he chants the mantras, he and John Lennon were saying that when they chant the mantras to Krishna, that Krishna shows up physically, manifest in their house, that you can see him, talk with him, laugh with him, that they're having a real conversation back and forth. So it is so easy.
Hey, where are you, Blue? I can't see you.
And I used to be a neo-pagan spiritualist. I've walked people through this path many times. And the frustrating thing for me was, I knew a lot of Hindus at the time. I can get bhakti and meet them. Or I can get Christians to experience the Holy Ghost or something like that.
Oh, another team, another team, another team, another team, another team.
You've got to already be primed for it. I can't get a Christian to see Christians. And I can't get anybody to see what they don't already believe. And so I realized whatever's appropriate.
I'm down, I'm down, I'm down, I'm down, I'm down, I'm outside. There's another team near where I am.
If God was going to communicate with me,
Hey, I don't care, bro. I got what I needed. Have fun.
then I know I've got an improbable tale to tell that nobody's going to believe.
By the way, is it true your mom still sucks cock for cash?
Right? Why would you pick out one guy and pick the least believable?
Oh, you missed? You missed?
Tell him to go kill everybody else that doesn't believe it. No. If God existed and wanted to communicate and really wanted people to believe, and He's going to punish us forever if we don't believe, then
Yeah, there's another...
He's able to communicate with all of us.
There's another team out there, and they're pretty well armed. Just throwing it out there.
Let's see if there's anything else I need to cover. Yeah, and as far as meeting the burden of proof for atheism, because I don't just... hold
So I lost like 40 grand's worth of goods. But
But I am in that subset where I was...
I got my goddamn light bulb.
agnostic atheist. And
Please
now
tell me I got my goddamn... Yes!
that I now hold a belief that there is no God on top of that. And I will defend
got my
this
light
position
bulb.
logically.
Trump dance.
And I just want to say that I'm happy, very sincerely happy, that Mr. Wood accepts that reality is real. I always view faith as some degree of reality denial.
Next stage, humidifier. Oh, I had tons of those.
Evidence against souls.
Advanced, yeah, commit resources.
We have evidence against souls. We
Commit
know that all
resources.
are false.
Commit
To
resources.
large degree, all the important stories, most of them are
So I need 5 humidifiers and, what, 1 more Leaper pulse unit?
Then I have to think about, well,
3 days, 9 hours.
why our eyes work, why the olfactory work, why ears work. All of this is
I'm not going to meet that deadline. I don't think. I can't. I'm not going to be able to make enough in time.
Descartes did believe that he was being deceived every day.
All right, we're going to hand it over to you, David.
It's annoying as F. I can't believe I lost all that.
30 seconds extra there. Over to you, buddy.
All right, so here's one of my
Simple gun. I need 4. God damn it.
said was, according to naturalism, the direct
Right, next time I go out, I'm going out.
and effect.
No, I won't go with a free loadout, but I'm going out as basic as I can.
Says seriously, why should you take anything I'm saying seriously if everything we're saying is
Looting.
particles in motion? I know it's not popular to actually think through this
Tactical,
stuff, but
looting,
the
Mark
main
II.
point I'm trying to make here is
I'll
this
go
is
for the
much more
Mark II.
serious
Or,
than people are aware of, and people never bother to think about it. But hopefully some of that comes out.
you know what? No. Think big. Go out big. Right. So
anyway, as
that's
far as, like, particles in motion, like
that's
there aren't lying atoms.
ammunition.
Truthful atom. You know what I mean? It's not like you're getting one or the other, and one is going to produce a true belief, and the other is going to produce a false belief. It's the same. It's the same processes that are producing true beliefs and false beliefs. And
Do I have a mid-level gun here?
understand this better if you're a naturalist and you believe that's the only.
The Rattler. The Rattler's not a very good gun, I don't think. Oh, that's the one I was after, the Stitcher. Right.
And so, anyway, we're in the odd position again of Christians needing to explain the philosophical implications of naturalism to naturalists. We're not making up the implications. Again, I quoted Darwin. Darwin saw this. He got it. He got the point. I can't trust my own conviction. He's talking. He's not. Keep in mind, he's not talking about the conviction like, oh, there's a bottle in front of me. He's talking about bigger things than that. Like, if I'm looking at
That's ammo.
rather than that way or something, can I really trust that given where I got my cognitive faculties? He concluded no.
Hang on a second. Locked to equipment. Oh, it's a locked in there. Oh, that's interesting.
Understandings of, evolution,
Shields. No shields. It makes shields out of bits of plastic and a bit of alloy.
I'm not
And I have tons of that now.
concerns for other
Play.
members of a species
You.
can help feeding.
And I should still have my key, right? I didn't move my key.
The point here is
Yeah.
none of
Picture
that
key.
gives
Yeah,
you
cool. I've still got
any
that.
reason to trust your cognitive faculties when you're dealing with
Okay,
a
so
worldview.
I need is basic stuff. Are they still in there?
Some sort of
They're still in
herd
there.
instinct to take care of
You know,
other
leave the
members
party.
of the
Yes,
species
leave.
gives you no basis at all. Again, there are other people who can do that.
Play.
We're a little better at it. How do you say, well, we're a little better
This
at
place
it,
here is
therefore we can
death.
discover, the truths of the universe?
But you do get some cool shit in there. Oh, I need a leaper, don't I? That's the thing. That's the main point. I actually need to find a leaper.
Kind of says something about naturalism. That's what naturalism is a
Damn it.
proposition. He's right. There is atheism. That you can define that as just a lack of belief in God or so on. But there is a narrower position.
You know what? We'll go in here and we will.
By many people, and that's the claim that the
Yeah, we'll go in here and we'll basically sort of see what we can get. Because I do need to get a lot of basic stuff. But the good thing is, I've got my light bulb. So on to the next phase.
Evolution would undermine our own psyches. No, evolution combined with naturalism. That's the point. If you
I need one more leaper thing.
believe
God
in
damn it.
if you believe that you got your cognitive faculties by the mechanisms available given naturalism, in other words, there's no point to it. There's nothing being added to it. You end up with some problems. Again, I'm not the one who came up with the problems. I'm just reciting what the problems are. So some of them, again, causal determinism. It's particles in motion. Everything you believe was decided according to causal determinism before you were born. We normally take it as a problem if we say, oh, the real reason you hold this belief is X. The real reason you believe that is because you were raised to believe that. And that's considered a problem for your belief. Well, if the real reason you believe something is because non-rational particles determine that you believe it, how is that not any sort of problem at all? That's the question. A sort of a follow-up to that issue is a very popular position in philosophy of mind is epiphenomenalism. Aaron mentioned Thomas Huxley earlier. Thomas Huxley is the one who popularized
Mr. Huxley.
Epiphenomenalism. Sounds fancy.
Joining game. Cool. We're going in.
Huxley gave the famous example of a train. Because you've got a train, it's got all the working parts, and those working parts make the train go down the track. But then there's the train whistle. The train affects the whistle, but the whistle does not affect the workings of the train. The whistle's real, you can hear it, but it plays no causal role in the motion of the train. According to Huxley, your physical parts are the train, your mental states are that whistle. Your mental states are...
How you doing, guys?
Your thoughts,
I can't
beliefs
see
are
our
kind
third
of a
guy.
weird
I can
byproduct
see
of
Chris
physical
Bacon,
processes that are going
and
on
then
in
not
you.
the other guy.
So it's
Oh shit. Well, I'm easy to see. What can I say?
are what are putting your body in the
I'm also very easy on the eyes, which makes it a lot easier.
product that is
Damn,
your
dude.
mental states.
You've had that bug, right?
That's the question.
What's that? Sorry.
You've had this bug, right, where you can't see your teammates?
Then we have, of course,
Every so often, yeah. Well, it's yeah.
faculties are selected because they help survival and reproduction.
Like in the middle of
Yes,
a fight,
developing
dude,
a
it's
herd
like
instinct,
impossible to
something like
play.
that.
Oh, that's happened to me once or twice. Like literally, like you'll suddenly realize, oh, who are my team and who are not my team. That's the worst.
Determining, again, grand cosmic things like naturalism.
Careful.
Or, I would say, for rejecting supernatural claims. They're not made for that either. He says he can prove the shape of the Earth to a flat earther if it's a good faith discussion. I actually agree. So there are good faith discussions and there are bad faith discussions. But that's exactly the point I was making. When Richard Dawkins says that no matter what the evidence is, he can just reinterpret it as, if he needed to, powerful aliens. Again, God could appear right here, blast us with, start blasting lightning bolts. Could we say...
I'd say there's a lot more blueprints dropping recently, like in the last couple of days.
Other people have made the
Yeah,
exact
they've
same
been
point.
messing with the
Michael
drop
Shermer,
rate, and
he
honestly,
made
I
the point.
think
He
it's
called it
like too
Shermer's
much.
last law. He says sufficiently powerful aliens
It's
would
getting pretty nuts, yeah.
from God. And of course, therefore, God
Like literally the last map I was on, every other thing I looked in had this exact same blueprint.
from powerful aliens. What if it says I'm God? How do you know that aliens aren't just messing with you? So,
I think they're trying to find, the devs are trying to find the perfect balance. That's my vibe.
great Oxford
That or they
chemist
can't
and
get the
atheist,
the
he
math
says if
right,
he
and they keep
died
fucking it up.
and
Well, that's possible too.
outside the pearly gates and he sees Peter there and he has all this stuff happening, he said he still wouldn't believe it. So I don't know what this is what I mean by bad faith. If you're saying give us the evidence and simultaneously saying no matter what the evidence is, we will reject it. If God appeared, if we woke up in heaven, if we heard voices,
Nah, I spent all day yesterday, like 8 hours, grinding this, looking for a light bulb for my expedition ship, and couldn't find one. And then about 10 minutes ago, I found 4 in the same map.
Oh man,
Aaron says
you
the
still
personal
needed it though,
experience
yeah?
can be misleading.
No, it's done. I got what I need. Now I'm looking for a leaper core or something like that.
Telling you to do something, then you
Obviously, no leapers on here, but I need a lot more basic materials as well. So,
or some sort of outside confirmation.
and I also need 5 million credits.
It would kind of make
Which is
sense.
pretty
for
nuts.
Dawkins to say, hey, if I walked outside and I heard a voice, I'd think it's a hallucination. I'd probably think it's a hallucination.
Yeah, I've
too.
been no life in the
Like,
game, so I already got my
voice,
5 mil.
something like that.
Now I just
There
throw
are
all
other
my
things.
shit away
Suppose
here
a
in
million
Stella.
people all hear the same voice.
Well, you've already done that? Have you already done the exhibition part, or?
Explain that some other way.
Yeah, well, I just fucking no life the game.
Okay, fair enough.
Usually when we say,
Yeah, I've got like 380
Yeah,
hours,
again,
dude,
usually
and I
when we
work full
say
time. So that's basically all I do is play this.
in some less than
Well, I'm on a Christmas break, so this is basically now my job.
is somehow under investigation. There are multiple ways. If you accept naturalism and how we got our cognitive faculties, given the tools that are available within
Okay,
I
it's
wasn't seeing that one.
that our beliefs.
They have
should
2 turrets right next to each other. That's kind of weird.
But here, if no one wants to actually defend naturalism and say why,
Okay, I'm not seeing any screaming trash cans, so...
totally fine. But it looks like we would agree. The alternatives are not supernaturalism and naturalism. The alternatives before us are supernaturalism or
Geez, another blueprint?
who knows? I just don't know.
Oh man.
So I don't know. I regard that as progress.
All right, we're going to mini rebuttal.
There's another party here.
Technical
You're above me.
difficulties.
Okay, well,
I haven't found any blueprints.
did state that it's naturalism versus supernaturalism.
Okay, they're probably heading down here.
The burden of proof or not. He still has the burden of proof in this debate to show that there is a supernatural aspect of the universe. If I take the position that the natural world is all we know, and we agree on that.
Yeah, they're
And
above
I
us.
don't also assume
Chat.
that things that are not
Diabolical.
indicated
Diabolical.
I have an evac key, by the way, so.
justify his additional assumptions. He chose not to do that. And he made no attempt to show that this is supernatural at all. No reason to believe that there is something else. Instead, he pretended to explain to me what I already understand, including a couple of things I already explained to him. For example, God, if there was one, would not only speak to
That was a basic loadout.
it would be
He's the
like
second one I've seen, just like wandering around asking people not to shoot him.
objectively verifiable.
Yeah, I think we've all had that moment.
All of us regularly.
I'm all for not shooting people, but at the same time, it's like, it is kind of the game, so.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just kind of the wrong place. Like, trios on Stella is where you...
No, yeah, trios, if you go in trios, expect to get shot. Like, the only place I wouldn't necessarily expect to get shot would be like a singles on a matriarch, but then you just have rats. They have rat problems, you know?
I know, yeah, I know, man. It's so hard trying to navigate all three, too.
It's just like, once it's gone and everyone's got their thing, and everyone's making their way back, it's like, okay, who's going to turn a rat and start fucking killing everyone?
But I had a much more enriching spiritual.
I need to team up with these two guys. They know what the hell they're doing.
That went on for years after that as I went to all manner of exploration. I wanted to know what the truth of these things.
Yeah, it's,
I tried transiting.
I haven't quite done 300 hours, but I've been playing it a fair bit.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't mean I was any good, though.
Yeah, don't confuse time in with expertise.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
If I could show other people, and I even convinced a few other people by building up psychic energy in the palms of your hands to the point.
Okay, I've got 50.
A tower key. I don't know what that is, but
Built up.
I've got 50. I've got 50.
For a different map.
That's a different map. That's for the dam. Okay, I've got 52 grand worth of equipment, so I'm thinking of bucking out. If you guys want to buck out.
If you want to dip, yeah, if you want to dip, we can. I got a hatch key.
Yeah, I've got a hatch key too. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually, we can go this way. It's really, oh, whoops. Through the window, sorry.
oh, that's not good.
It's amazing.
It's this
what
way. We just go right down, the, oh, actually, you know what? There's one in assembly. I forgot. It's like right over this way. There's probably a shredder through this door.
Yeah, I hate those things. I affectionately call them exploding trash cans because that's exactly what they look like.
Yeah, really.
It's a good nickname for him, though.
Everyone's been saying that, even in my YouTube comments.
Dude, they're deadly now.
Oh, they're hot. They're the worst. In this game, forget it. I mean, you can empty a full anvil at them and you'll still get crushed.
letting them fool themselves. It occurred to me that it's possible.
You two gonna stick together after this, or separate, or what?
I think I'm gonna dip. I'm going in real life, so.
When I looked at it,
What is this?
I realized
You guys are here? Oh shit, I kind of opened this a little too early. Fuck.
Yeah. Where are you, bro? And now was a shredder.
I can't see our other guy.
the sad thing.
Oh, no.
Thing for me was I
Hey, if you don't make it, I actually can grab sensors.
Okay, I'm up.
Oh wait, fuck.
I'm up.
No, my dumbass opened it too early. Let me check for circuit real quick.
I've got a key. I've got a key. Come on, I've got a
Oh,
key.
yeah. My bad. Sorry about that. That was dumb of me.
They didn't remember.
Poor timing, but it's okay.
They were complete rats.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking there. I just hit the button.
And so I realized I didn't either. I couldn't.
Now I saw a box and opened it up, and next thing I saw was a shredder coming towards, and I thought, oh, this shit just got complicated.
What'd you say, 4 minutes? 4 minutes. All right.
Okay, not bad. 50 grand's worth of stuff.
That he rejects the burden of proof here. The topic isn't naturalism or supernaturalism, which is the truth.
Diabolical, bro.
The topic is whether naturalism is true. And so, I don't know. There have been thousands of debates on does God exist, do miracles happen, is there a soul? We get these debates all the time. But one time we asked atheists to actually defend a comprehensive worldview. It's no, we're not doing it. Interesting. Aaron says, he warned us that your experiences can be misleading. Then he spent the last few minutes describing his experiences, and his experiences are supposed to be relevant to the rest of us. Your experiences can
Credibility
mislead you,
50,
but
so
not the rest of us apparently.
consume.
Let me give a little example here. As far as
Is it recycle down to?
obviously seeing
No,
things very
so
differently here on the issue of naturalism. So let
Load
me
and
give a
consume.
parallel or an analogy. You got
keep that.
metaphysical naturalism, claim that
recycle down to.
natural
No,
world is all that exists.
sell.
That's it.
Sell. I've got so many of these, I don't need them anymore.
Metaphysical
Cycle
solipsist.
down to.
A
Okay, no.
metaphysical solipsist
Sell.
believes that he's the only thing that exists. So if
I
I'm a
need those,
metaphysical
so keep
solipsist, I
those.
believe I am the only thing that exists.
Sell.
Well, what happens when I see everything around me?
What's
Well,
that
I
recycle
interpret
down
that
to?
as
No.
something going on
Sell.
in my own mind. All that exists is my own mind, and I kind
Cycle
of
down
invent the
to.
world around me to keep
Recycle.
myself entertained because I'm the only
Sell.
thing that exists. And you can kind of experience this when
Sell.
you're dreaming. It's not stuff that's actually.
Will I
around you.
need those on the next thing?
Producing these things, that's what's
I
happening.
don't think it's going to ask me to use the same equipment twice, so I'm going to sell that.
In your conscious
Keep that.
you
Sell
see the world
those.
around you. Now,
Sell those.
suppose you're talking to a metaphysical
Recycle down to. No, sell those.
someone who believes he's the only thing that exists, and he says, "Prove to
Okay,
me
keep
that
that.
you exist."
Right, okay, cool. So we sold a bunch of shite, and I used one of my keys. So, second key in.
What proof
Okay, I guess we're going back out.
metaphysical solipsist that he could not reinterpret
What do I need to make just to be on the safe side? Adrenaline shots.
exactly
I just need to keep going in and keep getting hold of a
that is impervious.
Oh, is it worth going in for that? Or should I do
can
that?
interpret absolutely anything that you could do.
Buried City, maybe. You know what? Buried City, confirm.
1,000 times I can interpret that as just my mind inventing you to keep myself entertained. I could do that. Just as Richard Dawkins can say anything, any evidence that you could possibly give, I would reinterpret as something within my world of metaphysical naturalism. So here's the question. If someone tells you, hey, I'm a metaphysical solipsist, I'm the only thing that exists, the burden of proof is only on you to prove me wrong. Would you take that seriously? Or would you kind of say, I don't know, if you're saying you're the only thing that exists, maybe you need to be proving something here too. Maybe we should actually have a debate on whether you're the only thing that exists, and we could see what your evidence is that you're the only thing that exists. That would make sense to me. You're holding a position, you've got a position here. And so if we could say that a metaphysical solipsist who holds that position shouldn't be able to say, well, the burden of proof is only on people who are
How you
the
doing?
only thing
How you doing, guys?
my own mental state. Well, why can't we say, hey, if you're saying that there is no supernatural
Okay, I'm basically here to get as much stuff as I can to sell in order to get to my 5 million limit. So,
give us your case for one. Just one. But we can't have that. What we can have is faith. Aaron has condemned faith a lot, but if we have all of these problems with the reliability of our cognitive faculties, and yet we're treating them as very reliable here, seems like there's some faith in it.
A1. All right, we're going to
Where to go?
open discussion. So
what's that? Sorry.
jump in and get your thoughts out there,
I
John.
don't know where to go.
Yeah, I gave my
Depends what you're trying to get.
I explained how some things
I mean, if you want high value stuff, it's the red areas. So town hall, space travel, or the hospital. If you want more generic stuff, it's Old Town, West Village, or the library.
Okay, good.
Or you just tag along and grab what you can get from here.
Interpret absolutely anything such that you don't have to change your worldview, and I think that says a lot about yourself. But you seem to be projecting
Yeah, I
on me.
definitely don't want to be pulled up on somebody.
Go to the town hall.
I'm thinking town hall. It's right next door, and there's a lot of expensive stuff in it. So.
investigated these things, and this is what I concluded after all of this. So, a couple problems here. One, there are other people who've had very different kinds of experiences, and if someone says, "Hey, I looked into this, and I saw someone who was miraculously healed," or something like that,
I also have an evac key in case we need to get out quick, just so you know.
this person somehow
Can we all use it?
got something wrong.
As long as I open it, you can all jump down, yeah. But once I jump down, you can't, you have to be quick.
One Christian denomination
Okay.
to add up how many people believe they had witnessed a miracle. And they were, I think, 200 million people in 10 countries, one Christian denomination. If you kind of multiply that, so what if it was...
So basically, yeah, there's a time limit. So as long as we're all as a group and you're all behind me, yes, you can jump down.
It would seem like you're probably going to be in the ballpark of a billion or 2 billion. If you got 200 million just off a poll. So the point is,
that open? Nope.
that's one issue. If you've got all of that, and we're willing to conclude, no, all of these people must be wrong, and it's because your experience says something different. But the real issue I'm pointing out here is that
How the hell do you get in this place?
you hold to
How do you get
naturalism
in here?
I was literally just thinking, how the hell do I get in here?
with the reliability of your cognitive faculties given an adherence to something like naturalism.
Oh, there's a door right here.
And you're saying, hey, even given the problems with my cognitive faculties, I think I can actually speak to the unreliability of everyone out there. This mutant berry finding ability is starting to sound an awful lot like I'm
Wait, is this the? No, this can't
like
be.
I know everything about the world.
Can't be what, sorry?
What, that all these people are somehow wrong, and I know the
Easter egg
correct
spot
position and
or
so
the
on.
freaking where you have to do
And
the
I'm basing
freaking
this
buttons.
on a mutant berry finding ability.
I'm not sure what that is, to be honest with you, man.
Sounds weird.
Yeah, because I didn't say anything remotely like that. So I
Like you have to
figured
push a
weird
bunch of
enough.
buttons in a certain order. It's like 15 buttons, and then you get like a whole bunch of gear.
Because I said,
Oh, I haven't seen that. I've not seen that before.
the problem you imagine
It's
is
somewhere here in the buried city.
naturalism. If I don't,
Oh.
if I assume that
Right,
the
careful, there's a bastion around here.
past experience again, objective,
And it sounds like it's a team evacing.
confirmed by a whole bunch of other people, that there's never been any demonstration.
How the hell do you get inside this building?
There is a supernatural. If there was, there wouldn't be just one. There'd be several of them, right? But there'd be something where we'd be able to know. I would be back
like
where I was
I don't know.
when I was in high school. When I
Can
thought
explosive
there
blow
was
up?
verified
No, it won't know. I genuinely have no idea how to get into this building.
that parapsychologists were actually finding ectoplasm and that we could examine the chemical construct of ectoplasm when I thought that all of that shit was real. But one by one, everything falls apart. And now I'm asking, as someone who actually holds to and takes serious
I don't even know what I need to get.
position, which is that the people who believe in magic, the supernatural,
Bro, are you serious?
failed to
Oh, is there another team?
any truth to their position at all. I give you the position. I explain that I will hold my part of the burden of proof. I explain the kinds of things that would convince me, which is entirely different than what you described about Dawkins. It's entirely different than what you
I
paraphrased.
honestly, I don't know how to get in.
What I would accept, what we should all accept, what we should expect. This is
Oh,
what
I think
used to
that's a
believe,
button.
This is what I used to think is the truth. And if it was the truth, then
Well, hold on. I'm nowhere near you guys.
have constantly only shown that everything
I don't know where the other
is
guy's at.
and fallacies and nothing beyond that.
We all just kind of split up and went our own way.
At this point, not be pushing everything onto me to tell me that I need to prove a negative.
And I don't see you.
would
There's a
be
rocketeer. Careful.
You'd be showing that there is a
I don't see your
supernatural. You'd be
pin.
showing some way to objectively verify that, not just one way, but several ways. But you haven't produced a way, nothing at all. You've said a few things that have mischaracterized my position entirely, and that's literally all you've done. Can you do better than that?
Well, the topic is not Aaron Ra's personal beliefs. The topic is
Nor did I say so.
is naturalism true?
Right, which is not my. I said I will hold the position that naturalism is true. I don't have a problem with that, but it's not my personal belief.
Oh shit, we lost someone.
For me
Lou's gone.
personally, we're talking about objectively, as I've specified many times.
Oh, I
Can
guess
you show
he.
that there is
I don't know.
a supernatural addition to this natural world, other than making false statements that
I don't even know what
not
I'm
assuming
trying to
impossible
get.
mountains for no good
I didn't
reason
really
somehow
look for
natural.
anything.
Or, excuse me,
Well, do you have any mission objectives?
which, by the way, that is
Yeah, I
absolutely
have
the
to
opposite of
go
rational
to a
by definition.
depot. Field depot.
And look it up.
I don't think there's one in this map, is there?
Yeah, there should be.
There is.
That is not rational.
Are atoms rational?
Are they assumed for no good reason?
Okay, I think there's someone in this building. I can hear them moving around.
Is an atom rational? To accept that atoms
Actually, I don't know if there
No.
is. It's on the
Atom rational.
it's on the legend, but I
Atom
can't
itself
find
is
it
a rational thing.
in the
Okay,
actual
so
map.
Normally that would involve.
If I break down a cell phone, is any one component of the cell phone an
There's a
entire cell
maintenance
phone?
depot on the outskirts, but I don't know if that counts.
I'm not. I don't want to misrepresent you. Do you believe your thoughts are determined by?
Yeah, that's it. That's the depot you're looking for.
Are they causally determined by physical process?
I mean, it doesn't show the field depot icon.
You'd be open to supernatural.
No. What I'm saying,
You're not saying
I'm not. That's
really
not what I'm
don't know.
saying. Okay, I am open to whatever might be true. If you can show me that it might be true, I would be open to that. Now,
They're not
as
really
far as
natural. You're saying I don't know. I don't know if naturalism is true.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm
Right, just a minute. I need to sort of sit in a corner for a second because I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
never been able to demonstrate that. Frauds,
I
falsities,
might check
and
out this
fallacies
place,
are
to
not
be
evidence, and that's all I've ever seen.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if
Do you
if
have
your thoughts-
anything more than that?
Look, I do debates if you want to debate the existence of God, or if you want to debate whether supernatural.
You're in a debate
No.
coincidentally right now. Do you have something to show that there
And
is?
I would regard that as off topic. If you want to debate is supernaturalism
We're
true,
in a
I
debate
accept
on
it.
this
I
topic.
accept
I
it.
asked you if you can debate this topic, and you said it's off topic.
We're in a debate titled "Is Naturalism True?"
Can you
If
show
held-
that
if you
naturalism
held-
is
if-
not
if
true?
someone- if
or am I
someone-
on the wrong side of the table?
Listen, if our debate was is metaphysical solipsism true, and I just sat back as a metaphysical solipsist, I believe I'm the only thing that exists, and I say, you prove to me that you exist or that things exist outside of me. You're saying you wouldn't say no. If you're defending metaphysical solipsism, then you present your case.
I would have imagined you to say that.
Your case can't be. Your case for metaphysical solipsism can't be. Well, nothing anyone else is saying is proving some other position to be true.
Okay.
It would be, is your position true?
All right, so you can make up another debate that I wouldn't participate in which you could win because I wouldn't participate in that debate. But in the debate
No, I'm
that you
saying
are
I
participating
would participate in a debate called "Is Supernaturalism True?"
but I wouldn't.
If you,
Oh, I'm sorry. If metaphysical, whatever.
Yeah.
In the hypothetical debate, I wouldn't be participating in that one. But this one, I'm okay with, and I'm expecting you.
it's a parallel.
I'm expecting. I'm taking the position that naturalism is, which is a ridiculous thing still,
bet.
because it is a shifting of the burden of proof. But I'm still here for that, because it's the burden for you is the same either way. You still have to show that naturalism is not true. The only way to do that is to show that there is a supernatural aspect. You have
No.
not even attempted to do that.
No, that's false.
I'm open to that.
The way to reject naturalism is not necessarily that would be proving supernaturalism would be one way to do it.
Yeah.
I've chosen a philosophical response, which again goes back. I mean,
Demonstrates
I didn't-
my
I didn't,
position that you can't show that there is a supernatural
No, that doesn't.
aspect.
If again, I started off by pointing
that's
out
a
that
lot
there
of
are
needs.
Is it
catastrophically
over?
self-destructive.
Did I win this
systems.
easily?
Has he shown that naturalism is true? I haven't seen an argument other than
Has he
his personal
shown that it
experience.
is not? I gave the criteria. I showed what it
Yes,
would take.
yes,
I
I
gave
showed-
many different options that you could present.
I gave you multiple reasons to show that if we take
You
your worldview
mischaracterized my
seriously, we
argument.
can't. That's naturalism. I'm not misrepresenting naturalism.
You mischaracterized my position a number of times. You said I didn't.
I don't know
present a
what your
case when I
position
did.
is. If you're
I
saying
know, and I just presented it.
I'm
For 9
responding
minutes
to
and
a
then 4
I'm
minutes?
responding to a philosophical position called naturalism or metaphysical
Right.
naturalism. That is a
Right.
claim that the natural world is all that exists.
Right.
And as a follow-up to that, there's a question of how you would prove something like that false. The other issue is the worldview coherent? I'm
Okay, so-
saying it is incoherent.
Okay,
It's not the same as thinking that you're being constantly deceived by an all-powerful deceiver or something like that. If someone came up to me right now and said, David, my worldview is that I'm constantly being
Bro, there's
deceived by an
absolutely
omnipotent
nothing in
deceiver,
here.
prove me wrong. It would not cross my mind to say, well, let me go through all the evidence and prove to you that there's no omnipotent deceiver. My response would be, if you take that seriously, you've got some problems. Here are the problems that you have. You cannot coherently hold that position. And I'm saying that with a position like naturalism, again, it's not the exact same thing as an omnipotent deceiver, but you're dealing with fundamentally non-rational causes for everything you believe. You're dealing with cognitive faculties that have no business dealing with a topic like naturalism. Again, it's feeding, fighting, fleeing, and reproducing. It's not made for anything beyond that, and you're applying it. Again, this is Darwin, this is Hume. Hume talks about going far beyond what our faculties are made for, and you're judging the entire universe. So I'm pointing out those kinds of problems, which, again, all you have to do is say, okay, I don't affirm naturalism. I don't know what the case is, but I'm not a supernaturalist. That's it. That's it. But that would notice, then we would agree that we have no real reason to believe in naturalism.
But no, yet, and Hume described why we should, because we have no choice but to accept as
The hell is that?
or as a baby would, that what our senses perceive is the truth of the matter. We don't have a choice in that. We have to accept
know
all
it's
of
cool.
these things.
Down
No,
there.
I
Arc
note that you
probe.
came up with a second hypothetical debate in which you would win that one because I wouldn't even participate in that one either. But that second hypothetical debate still shows that you can't meet this one. The one you're in right now where you're trying to prove that naturalism is not true. Because I can accept either side of this. I can accept that I either hold the position that there's just the natural and there is nothing else, in which case you would have to show me that there's something else.
Come on,
Or
come on.
I can say, hey, look, I realize that this is a shifting of the burden of proof. I believe that there is a natural world. Please show me that there's something else. In either case, you still have the same burden of proof. Either way, I gave you the criteria. I gave you many different ways that you can meet that, and all you could do is mischaracterize my position and come up with hypothetical debates that apparently you wish you were in right now.
No, these are all meant as examples to illustrate some of the problems. And by the way, Hume is a perfect
haven't
example.
presented a problem yet.
Hume is a perfect example right here. And this would be an example of what I'm talking about right now. If you asked Hume, is naturalism true? Hume would say, why the heck are you asking me? How would I know? How would I know that? How would I possibly know that? You go to Darwin. Hey, Darwin, does the universe look like it formed by chance? Do you think the universe by chance? No, I don't trust myself to talk about things like that. So you don't even have to be a supernaturalist. You don't have to prove supernaturalism. Oh, again, I've agreed if you want to have a debate where that's the topic, then I'm happy to do that. If the topic is naturalism true, you don't have to be a supernaturalist to reject naturalism. You can say, I don't know, I'm not made for this. Why would you even think? Why would you even think, given my cognitive abilities, that I'm capable of making a decision like that? If you agree with that, then good, we can go home.
We actually agree on something, and I'll give you at least that. So you can make some points, and I agree that Darwin wouldn't have argued about the origin of the universe. I've seen creationists, because that's what I usually argue with. Creationists have criticized Darwin for believing in or for inventing Big Bang. That Darwin was an evolutionist, so he must have invented the Big Bang. And excuse me, Darwin was 100 years before the Big Bang. He'd never heard of the Big Bang. He didn't think that the universe.
We agree.
Had
He didn't come up with that. We agree.
What's that?
We agree. Darwin did not come up with that.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a number of things that we actually agree on. But we still have the point that...
Was someone watching the entire time I was in the restroom? Jesus. Okay, map.
We both agree that there is a natural world. It then calls upon you to show that there
Let's
is
head home at the
a
Eastern Station.
supernatural alternative. Now, if I take the point that...
Okay, I'm back.
My belief is that all there is, well, now, it's up to you to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out.
You still have the burden of proof. If all you can
Oh,
do
no,
is
I'm
tell me that
freaking
I
dead.
can't prove that there's not magic...
Oh my
that
gosh,
tells
oh
me
my
that you
gosh.
can't prove
You alright?
there is.
Yeah.
And notice you.
I freaking hate that
you admitted
suicide
you would not debate
bombers.
Someone on whether metaphysical solipsism is.
I don't want to pretend that I've imagined everybody in the room,
Yeah.
and it would be too easy to
I found someone.
I'm saying if a
I could just have dreamed you up.
if
Friendly?
a metaphysical
I don't know.
solipsist said, I challenge you to a debate, is metaphysical am I the only thing that exists? And I challenge you to a debate. And then I say the burden of proof is on you to prove that something outside of me exists. But just so you know, I'm going to interpret everything.
Hey, you know what an
evidence
arc
you give
probe
me
is?
As my own.
An arc probe, yeah, it's a thing that's on the ground that kind of makes those noises.
Debate that you are not currently in because you can't apparently debate the one you're currently in.
This
in
is
the
an
one
example. It's exactly what's going on.
In the one that you've just invented.
That's called an analogy to make a point.
I understand. And in the answer that I gave you that apparently you didn't hear, my answer to that would be that I would have imagined you to say that. So, in the debate that we're actually in, on whether naturalism is true, if I take either of the positions, because I'm good with either one, can you show me that there is
Get over.
Great.
can you justify any of
Fantastic.
the false statements you've made about my position, or me, or any of that?
I'm not aware of any false statements about your position. I'm talking about naturalism here. And no.
Let's just see if there's someone in here.
Is
Hopefully not.
naturalism true? Yes. One way would be to demonstrate supernaturalism.
How do you get
I said
up
I'd be
here?
happy
What
to
the
do
hell?
Supernaturalism.
Okay.
Totally happy to do that. If the topic is naturalism true, there's not one way to go about that. You can show that there are problems in internal.
Let's
to the
add this
position
guy.
that make it incoherent and make it such that no one can rationally affirm that position who is aware with something.
Hey man, where are you?
You're not dealing with any of the problems. You're just saying you have to prove to me some alternative is correct.
You're like mega far away, you know that, right?
Incoherent
Just throwing it out there.
Go after these?
and multiple.
What?
You made an assertion about that, but you failed to make a point. You said things that did not make sense. That if naturalism was true, that it would be these conclusions that are non sequitur. They don't fit.
What? So the ones I got from Darwin and Hume and Patricia Churchland. And
Just so you know, the exit point's about to close down soon, so you might want to start thinking about heading back if you haven't got what you want. We can always run back in again later on.
is he wrong?
I don't hold 19th century science.
No. I'm saying. Darwin is saying, hey, yeah, the universe looks designed. Now you could say, hey, we know way more about the universe than we did back then. But I have no reason to think that someone couldn't hold the exact same position if he understands. He's not saying that based on how much he knows about the universe.
Yeah, I see you staring at me.
Based on his view of where he got his cognitive faculty. So I'm saying a person right now, he knows that, hey, there's a big bang, and a theist would say the universe, and an atheist would say something completely different. It seems entirely plausible that someone could say, if someone's a naturalist and believes that he arrived at his cognitive faculties in a certain way, would just say, how do I supposed to know whether that has something to do with God or not? I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm saying if you where, according to naturalism, how you arrive at your cognitive faculties, your reasoning abilities, how you got
Just piss this thing off.
especially if you consider some of these issues like epiphenomenalism, where your mental states aren't even playing a causal role in what your body is doing, and they're just a weird byproduct. It makes perfect sense to say, I cannot affirm naturalism. I'm not going to affirm anything else. I'm not going to say anything else is true. I'm just saying how, in the name of common sense, if I think that I'm made for this kind of thing or not, therefore I don't know. That seems to be Darwin's position. And given his view of how he got his cognitive faculty, he seems entirely right. Even if he knew way more about the universe and way more about the world and way more about the laws of physics and so on, it still, given that belief, it still makes perfect sense to me.
Is he heading towards me or is he fapping around?
Hume's position, and I think Hume,
Like, I literally don't know what he's doing.
the universe, he could have learned a lot more about
You know what? I'm out.
Let Hume know everything we know right now. He's a
I'll find another team.
skeptic. It looks like he would say,
Although I could have helped that guy. I just don't have enough stuff.
given my world, he's not made for this stuff. How would I know? And that would
Our
mean you
orbiter is on
Ah!
windows closing.
which is our debate.
10 minutes to get out of
I feel guilty. I feel bad leaving without the guy.
Century or the 18th century view of this question. I don't have a problem with that at
Okay,
all.
let. It's now or never.
In either of the positions that I
Wait, you
take,
leaving?
it falls upon
Yeah.
to show me that there is an exception, something that is not rational. And what you've given me are arguments that are rational.
I'm hella far.
Excuse me, I didn't say that.
Well, if you know that, if there's another exit closer to you, then take that one.
And what you've given me is arguments that are not rational, that we are not rational simply because we're natural, simply because we do not assume that we're not evident. Where's that even possible? You said that was rational.
Screw it. We're going.
Not possible. We're not apparently possible. I would grant
I mean,
that
there is.
Darwin
Oh, that looks close.
Dawkins is
Okay, I'll see you. I'll see you when you get out.
I've seen things myself that look like looks like there's a reason that this was devised, and I can figure out the population mechanics, the natural selection, whatever that would lead to something like that appearing to be design is something I call incidental design. I get where these people that are in earlier decades would have thought something like this, but the question now
They're seeing something over there.
is the universe just natural, or is there something more? You can't show that there's anything more. All you can do is point to me and says that I can't prove a negative. In this
Actually,
case,
they're the same distance. I'm going towards
maybe
you.
I can't prove
Did you
a negative
activate?
in this case. A negative
Yeah. I mean, I can wait a bit if you're close.
for which there's not even a
200 away.
Sit. You're talking about these guys being in the 19th century. Again, I see no reason that a person right now would hold the same position. So imagine someone like Richard Dawkins.
Bro, freaking Robocop.
Would you be shocked to see someone who has like the knowledge, the scientific knowledge of Richard Dawkins?
Run, bro. Run.
You know,
I actually might die.
and I've thought about
Yeah, you're heading to the one I was at.
before and how they were selected for. And
Is
what
that- is
they
it your
meant
ping
for
right
and
there?
How I'm applying them now, and yes, they work.
What's that, sorry?
well for certain things, but when it comes
160 to the ping?
you know,
Uh-oh.
the universe.
This is not good.
and what something that could be beyond it, or souls, or spirits, or something like that. I just have no idea. I don't trust my cognitive abilities to make rulings on these sorts of things.
Head home at the
I've already seen Dawkins say things.
Bro, is your backpack like a Greek vase?
Okay, but
Yeah.
that's all I can say.
Why are atheists turning
The
against
base,
free
yeah.
Because we don't have authority, for one thing. It's all based on the data.
I don't know if it's
That's
African.
what I care about. I don't care about personal.
I have no idea.
personal
Okay, well, I'm bugging out. I'll see you in the next run.
I couldn't trust
Alright,
myself.
for
I
sure.
wanted objective verification. You're unable to give me that. You can't even recite the things that I told you. You can't even get that right. You turn around and say I
17,000.
didn't make a case when I clearly made a case. And you say that I won't accept the burden of proof when I clearly did.
That's my job now in this. That's literally my job in this game now. It's just try to maximize as much as I can how much every single time I feel my stash is worth, and then I just sell all of it. So that we keep because they're useful. That we're selling.
Totally, David. No,
That we're selling.
all the Americans agree. All the Americans are. Where are we?
That we're selling.
In Ottawa.
That we're selling. Actually, recycle. What is that going to? No, sell it.
You make all the rules, no matter what anyone else. All right, so.
Sell.
All right, so.
Sell.
again, just
Actually, no, recycle. Cloth. Thank you. Sell.
naturalism.
Sell.
Is it true?
Okay, next time I go out, remind me to actually take something like, you know, this with me so I don't die.
You can look at it.
Okay,
just from the
workshop.
perspective of
There.
What your cognitive faculties are. If the natural world is all that exists, it's all particles in motion. Again, if you tell it, it's very.
I said there again. Screw it. Why the hell not, right?
And that's why you
Quick
you're
use.
just raised that way. Well, guess what? So you're.
I
raised
don't
on
need that if I'm in there.
functioning mind.
However,
Something that's considered a, you know, a
a
justification.
shrapnel grenade could be useful.
Like if you were just raised to
A
believe in
lure
something,
grenade could
that
be
doesn't
very
mean it's true.
useful.
Like,
And I need more adrenaline.
if the reason you believe in something is completely mindless particles in motion, the reason you believe or don't believe, the reason you believe in God or you don't believe in God, is all just a series of particle interactions.
Okay, I guess we're doing it. Let's get the F in there.
Determined. Do you think that might be?
Oh, hang on. Wait, leave party.
According to our atheist friends, it's no consideration
Plate.
whatsoever. If you take
There,
the
there,
very popular
ready.
position, it's the position
Let's
of
go.
Thomas Huxley, epiphenomenalism, that your mental states are actually just a weird byproduct of the physical processes that are going on. The physical processes are proceeding exactly according to causal determinism. Your mental states are like a train whistle. Choo choo. That's it. That's all that it is. It plays no causal role in what leads to those beliefs. Do you think that might be a problem for treating your assessments of all of reality as valid? I certainly would. I certainly would. And then you have, if you're talking about how you got your cognitive faculties, where did you get them? What was the process? Well, our friends, our atheist friends can
Hey, what's up, guys?
exactly how it happened. How do we get these beliefs? They were
How come that guy isn't labeled?
processes that gave us our cognitive faculties are the exact
So what?
same
Hey, bro, whoever's running in our team, you're not labeled, so you just look like another player.
Why do you think that you could take an ability like that and use it to determine all of reality? Or to say,
He doesn't
hey,
like
this
talking
person
on the
is
line.
a miracle. This person doesn't know what he's talking about. This person's wrong.
Maybe he doesn't like you.
What happened? I'm over here fighting.
Oh, shit. Run.
So the point here is, again, it's not
Oh, shit.
naturalism versus super. You have a debate like that. The topic is whether naturalism is true.
What the hell happened here?
The position is simply
This whole place has gone crazy.
take that into account. Then you can investigate whether naturalism is true. But we don't.
Close the door, close the door, close the door.
What the hell?
That's not teammate you just shot at, bro.
He's not on my. What the fuck?
Y'all got
see
that
him on our
bug.
team.
I know. Y'all both.
About there's a bug and no one knows who's who.
I had it
Just
down.
look at-
Did y'all get the full?
Look at the skin, just look at the skin.
Wait, let me just hold on. Wait. I had it down over here. What if I keep going to?
If you still trust your cognitive faculties after that, either you're not really a naturalist or you're just a terrible.
This bug is the worst.
Well, I feel like somebody's right by the door.
So, I
There ain't
just
nobody
wanna
over here,
point out
Spider?
times we
So he's
There's a
somewhere over
body
there.
right there.
show up to debates to attack other people's positions.
He gotta be up here then. Look, somebody. Oh, yeah, I knew it, bro.
Attack that other person's position.
Alright.
Uh,
Watch out, let me hold for you. Heal.
We're trying to understand.
Down one.
And yes, I like the attack.
Watch out, I'm about to get another down.
I would like it if everyone at least understood. The thinking.
Yo.
I hit another one.
Oh, fuck me.
It goes something like this debate and every debate we have, and every debate that's ever been on modern day debate. If I'm
I
looking
need
at
to build.
it makes way
We're fucked here.
more sense to me that we're having
Have
these
to go
kinds of
around.
debates. If we're using
I was about to say, can we get around or not?
to have some other origin other than just
Just watch out for that exploding trash can, okay?
it really looks to me like something else is going on here.
Oh, there was a team here we took out. Nice.
Supernaturalism, happy to do that. Aaron, happy to have that discussion. But
Right, watch out for it.
even just having this discussion, all I really hear out of you the entire time is don't take naturalism. You can't take it.
Well, that wasn't remotely what I implied at all.
Bro, how did this spider jump on me, bro? Like, that's all my health.
What the fuck? Okay, hostiles down.
I had to reload. They're camping.
Yo!
I realized when I than the last several that I have had, and I'm being completely honest. But that said, it still occurs to me that, and I always want to understand the other person's position, even when I'm talking to a Muslim or a flat earther. I want to know where they got to where they are. I really, really do. And sometimes it's completely mystifying. The problem that I have with believers like yourself is that all of you collectively seem to have this
Okay,
terrible
you two
problem
guys are out.
with the concept of emergence. How something can happen with an appearance
We're safe to
of
rest.
Head home at the lobby, Metro.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna book out of here then.
Incidental design.
Oh, you're still there. Oh, is there anyone around you?
We're safe to rest, bro.
That everything has to be governed from the top down. When really
Right by the metal detector.
and we've got lots of indications that this is the case, and nothing whatsoever to imply that it's dictated. That just doesn't happen.
Got two, I've got two.
Okay, thank you. So, all the
Fucking get off me!
all the supernatural stuff. You can find everybody has their own supernatural stuff. You can find clergy.
Okay, I'm going. Don't die. I killed two of them. I just killed two.
Can be verified. Lots of it.
Okay, good.
My teammate died,
There
though.
is no truth to any religion. Nothing we can show to be true. Nothing that any religion can show that they're any more accurate about than other religions. And every other religion is all declaring that they're the absolute truth.
Oh, fuck. Trash can. Exploding trash can.
But they're all professing that personal
Get over. Fuck.
evidence and this, whatever it is that drives them to this belief. I want to understand it. I just can't. I'm sorry that I don't have a problem understanding how population mechanics
Fuck.
implicit or inherent.
Okay, I'm down. Fucking thing, man. I hate those things. They're the worst. Right, I'm walking towards you.
Things that are not implied, things that are not indicated, things that are not.
Okay, I think it's going away.
That I should assume these things.
Okay, I'm heading towards you. I'm about to say, I took a couple people down with a grenade, so we can have a look and see what they've got.
You have to show me that it's a possibility first, then show me that it's a probability, then show me that it's a fact. We can't get to the first step because there is evidently no truth at all to anything supernatural whatsoever. There's no souls, there's no God.
God, I wish I could crawl faster.
All the scriptures are made up folklore, fantasy folklore, myths and legends and all of that is a compilation. There's just nothing else. That faith healing doesn't work. Faith healers don't work in hospitals. I mean, all we have, frauds, falsehoods, fallacies. That's it. That's all. That's the entirety of it. You can come tell me that you're a Reiki master.
Fuck me, man. Oh, my shield's broken?
I was hoping, from someone of your caliber, that I would get some.
Okay, both my shields are broken, so I'm gonna have to see if those other guys have shields.
I'm done.
Hold on. All right. Well, we're going to kick it into a Q&A, guys. So if we want to make a line, for those who are here before, you know what to do. If you haven't been here, we're just going to make a line, go into the back of the room, then over towards the door if it's too long. Thank you, everybody. And thank you to our speakers, of course. All right. Your first question. Yeah. Reference to that Dawkins proposal.
Yeah, you could probably just,
They're not that many with the
you can talk to me afterwards. I can verify. I don't know how many discussions they've had. So.
And that's not the answer I've heard from
He
him.
says that
So I
he's.
want to
He
hear
says
that.
that he's. Yeah, you can talk to me afterwards. I'll find you exactly. But he has said that his position has changed. He said that his position has changed over the. He said when a younger Dawkins would have said.
Okay, I'm gonna take this as a sign I'm gonna get out.
Talk to me, guys. And he said, I've since come to realize. Yeah, I'll give it to you afterwards. Yeah, we'll look it up. We'll just look it up. I can kind of tell by what they're wearing. So they're wearing the same thing in the picture I showed. Yeah, and that's the one. Yeah, there's a section there. They start earlier on, and they're talking about fine tuning and stuff like that, and then they get into what would actually. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can show it to me, and I'll tell you just based on what they're wearing.
Over there?
Hang on, I saw. Right.
Oh, thank you so much. Never mind. He's got another one over here. I should have taken two when you offered two.
Okay, you want to head out with me, or are you staying here?
By the way, is that a real name or is that like
It's Icelandic. I was in a restaurant in Iceland, and I said, "Here, let me show you. I have a table full of friends." I write my name down. The waitress comes over, blonde, of course. How do you say that name?
Okay, watch out. Dead bodies around here are usually bugged with, like, mines, so don't fall for it.
I have a question for David. The natural universe, it at least appears to be consistently measurable. Is there another process that you can figure out
Oh, fuck.
to consistently measure the supernatural or the non-natural world?
No, I don't know how you would consistently measure the supernatural. It's been pointed out that if something supernatural occurs, it would kind of immediately fall. After that, it would kind of immediately fall into the natural world, right? Like if I'm dying of cancer and I just get miraculously healed, because the name of Jesus get better and I get better. From that moment, everything is completely natural.
Fuck you.
That Dawkins is right about. You can always interpret anything that happens as.
Okay, we're both out. Let's have to hope the train gets here before we get killed.
Here are 100 doctors who all saw this guy and they verified his stand.
Afraid to God another team doesn't show up and take us out.
You can always say, I think they're all making it up, or they all misread something, or someone's playing a trick, or a cosmic alien.
Open up, open up, open up. Nice. Get on, get on, get on, get on, get on.
In a Q&A.
Okay, I'm pushing it.
It's kind of, you're looking for a certain.
Okay, we're out. Not bad. We got out. And I got a blueprint too for a nice new gun. I'm pretty happy about that. One of those guys I killed was carrying it.
So when Gandalf, does the indentation and crystal.
It's very it's good now.
So there's some.
So Aphelion fires high velocity energy. Oh, it's an electric gun.
Oh, you found the affiliate. That's fair.
Nice.
Inexplicable by science because they defy the laws of physics, right? So when you do incantations, when you have psychic phenomenon, telekinetic movement, and that sort of thing, all of the psionics, I would be open, and I was for the longest time, open to all kinds of things that I would have accepted as supernatural. If the word magical is offensive, just go supernatural, which would include psionics and so forth. I would accept that there was a whole other world to that, and it was increasingly frustrating that I couldn't find scrap one.
Renegades. Is that a medium?
All right, your question.
I just want to say first off, thank you guys both for coming by and debating. It was very cordial.
Sell.
My friend from Singapore
Recycle.
will as coordinated with you guys. It
sell.
usually gets pretty hectic. But my question is...
Either way.
Learn.
Yeah. Well, my question for...
Magnetic
it
accelerator.
could be for both of you guys, but mostly for
Keep that, keep that.
Aaron, is that, that you
Sell.
claimed earlier that there was no proof of supernatural, or that any
Sell.
proof that was in history has been debunked.
Sell.
Yet there have been many
So I said
instances...
it
Sell.
was either dubious at best,
Keep,
or it
keep,
has already
sell.
been done.
Right, exactly.
Sell.
But I was specifically talking about the miracles that were claimed as
Recycle
confirmed
down.
by Catholic
I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I'll keep those
Yeah,
two.
because I was about to get into something.
One
like
of
that.
those.
Okay,
by the way,
these are
was
good
indeed
grenades. These
exactly
shrapnel
where it
grenades.
was
God
that statue
damn.
with tears, right? And
Can I
people
make
would come up
those?
and lick the tears off the feet of the statue, and then
I
a
can,
friend of
but I
mine
need
from
springs.
the,
Damn
found out
you.
what that was.
Oh,
It was a
actually,
backed up toilet elsewhere in the temple.
you
that
have
would cause the leak to
springs.
come down the statue.
I thought
Okay.
I saw that scene in South Park with the bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah. And so the funny thing was when he
Okay,
revealed this, because you would think that the people who were licking human feces off this statue would be appreciative of the fact that now they're aware of what this terrible thing that they're doing, but no,
Surge, shield recharge. Oh, smoke
or
grenades.
disrupting their fantasy.
Well, I mean, look on the bright side. At least now we know what E. coli is.
Tagging grenade. Okay.
There was a curb your enthusiasm.
That's
episode
interesting.
like that.
Yeah. So, anyways, but to what I was saying was, there have been many
Right,
instances
I repair
of
this?
supernatural and religion, being
One advanced,
intertwined
one
with our
medium
world.
gun parts.
Almost like
Repair.
2,000 years before the birth of Jesus, the Zoroastrian religion prophesied that a chosen one that they called a Sociant would be born out of a virgin.
Screw you. I've got that
and
little
for
stuff
30
now?
years, the world would
Jesus,
know who
come
he
on.
is, and he would rid the world of evil.
Be
and-
careful about those.
Who the hell's
because
this?
a lot of
I guess
those
it's
kinds of,
Sept.
prophecy that we get in popular culture.
Hi, Chris.
that
Hey, how you doing?
I went to go verify a bunch of these.
Hi, man. How are you?
I'm not bad, man. How are you?
I can't remember his name. There was a guy that wrote about 16 of these Christs. I can't remember the author's
Okay.
name right now, but
Hey, can you hear me okay?
crucified Savior.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay, cool, perfect. Little thing for me. I need to get, and I'll tell you the parts I'm after, because we need to kill big things.
Persia. They also
I need to kill a couple of leapers.
they also went to see him.
Leapers?
That,
What is-
but
A leaper's like a big spider thing that jumps after you.
Ah.
save,
Because I need to get a leaper pulse unit. I need one more in order to get my expedition underway.
would you really still make the argument that all of
Okay.
that was
You go on the expedition.
Yeah, I'm saving up cash on my credits, and I'm also doing the expedition trials.
How much you got it? 5 billion?
No, nowhere near. Maybe if I sold everything, maybe I'd have around 1.5 million, maybe.
Into where these
But
six
I know
incarnations came back as Buddha
one
who
point,
deceived
you need one
atheists.
million.
And this was
Yeah, but yeah, I do. Yeah, it's 1 point per million up to 5 million. So I'm just trying to grind as best I can until I get to the deadline, and then whatever I have, I have.
did occur before the event failed spectacularly. And Matthew 7 is a perfect example of that,
Okay,
where that the
what I
child
need.
will, but by the maiden is with child, by the
Parts,
time
mechanical
that the time the
components,
child
okay.
can choose honey over curd,
Че, гранатки
you will
тебе
realize
сделать?
the king, you will realize that your enemies
А, у
are
меня
no threat.
химикатов мало.
Before
Ой,
that
не,
happened,
братан есть.
the enemies were a threat, and they wiped him out. So I mean, it failed every way that it
Я
could
могу
fail.
сделать
your question?
кофейчик.
He said that was
А нет,
for
склочно, у меня нет
but, yeah, I'm
самодельной
not
взрывчатки.
really gonna. I'm gonna give you a perspective of a theist. So I believe in the supernatural. I believe in miracles and so on.
Repair that.
If you also do, doesn't mean you have to believe every miracle comes from. Yes. So notice you got. Again, let's say 1 billion people who believe they've witnessed miracles, and you go to certain places, and it's like 70% of the converts
Where's consumables?
they've witnessed some supernatural healing or
Crafting material. Okay, I need to find.
I might look at some of the same one and go, yeah, I'm not.
Oh, fabric. Okay, recycle down fabric.
You got better or something like that. or
So now I've got 12 of those.
maybe
Good.
something weird happened and your immune system got
I need a
further
lot more fabric, man.
but then
Fabric and seeds.
no,
Oh, actually,
let's say you have other ones.
no wonder. No wonder I've been losing the basics. I haven't been to you in forever.
Better when someone put the hands on or was blind and then could see or something like that. Notice there you'd obviously have a better case. But even in the ones where it's hey, I was sick and then a guy prayed for me and I got better. Even that doesn't have to be a miracle. Right? So it kind of depends on the situation. But there are some where you can say, okay, yeah, I don't know, could be a miracle or not. And there are other cases where that looks like it's fake. Or someone's just telling something. And then other ones where I don't know if these guys are telling the truth. Anyway, yeah. So the point there is you can believe in the supernatural, not believe that everything is true.
Все, сейчас.
Be a little quicker.
Он готов. You ready?
So we'll,
1 minute.
quite rapid fire, but, I'll give you a chance to answer the
Borderline
question.
rapid fire.
No, yes, Australia, 1942. They were done.
I'll try to
There
make
you
it quick.
Go, Canada.
All right, so I am a naturalist. I do understand that people have problems with cognitive
Mechanical
function.
components.
Scientist? I'm sorry.
I am a 21st century person, not a scientist. Anyway,
Wait, you said you're a naturalist?
I'm a naturalist. I do understand that we do have problems with cognitive functions. We can actually measure that. We can see that between various peoples. I have problems with my own ability to understand the external world, and the way we get around that is by collaborating, confirming that what we're experiencing is true or not.
Okay.
It seems to me like you're claiming
Nice. Okay, right, I'm ready.
is a supernatural sort of claim, and I want to know how you know that is true.
What kind of map you wanna play?
It's not. It's
Me?
along the lines of. And by the way,
I'm happy. I mean, I'm happy to follow you guys. You know, if there's a leaper there, great. If not, I still get the. I still have to sort of collect things, so it doesn't really matter.
and this is what my mental states actually
Okay.
I mean, there's a leaper on. I think there's a leaper on most of the outworld levels. So if you want to do the spaceport like we were doing normally, when you have bastions there, and there's a leaper usually walking around too.
How would I know any of that? I'm saying that because
What
that's
kind of?
what I would say
Okay,
is that
okay.
if we can say, here's what your cognitive faculties are.
Oh, was a harvester in the spaceport?
Naturalism, specifically combined with how you got those cognitive faculties. If that's the
What?
state of our cognitive.
There's a harvester at the spaceport.
And then we treat them as something like they're way,
This
more
one?
reliable than that. It seems like we're treating them as if
This?
rejecting.
No, so I was saying that the spaceport was still fine, but there's a harvester there, which means it's going to be a matriarch and a lot of other teams trying to take it out.
And so we would assume that is a supernatural phenomenon.
Yeah.
And there is one case that I find really compelling, and so I just want your thoughts about it. There was a pastor, and he's preaching a
Okay.
sermon about healing,
I give you now.
but he had gotten
You
an
do it,
infection.
please.
He had a lot of damage to his vocal cords, so his
You want me to do it?
was very distorted and very difficult to understand.
One moment.
And in the middle of his
Yeah,
sermon,
yeah.
you hear in the recording, it
Okay.
just goes completely back to normal. And there is a lot of medical documentation showing that he
давай
had
вы.
these medical issues, and he went to the specialist, and he can't give him any kind of explanation because this
What's happening? What's up? What's going wrong?
he tried to give you to see that documentation,
so you
what
can
would
be
think
a
about that?
main
Would that
in the
make you
group,
consider miracles a
you
possibility?
can show the map,
or the
whatever you want.
supernatural possibility?
I don't automatically dismiss something just because it doesn't agree with what I already hold. I know that faith-based arguments.
I'm happy to follow you guys, just so you know. I don't mind. If you want to pick the map, pick the map.
Okay, okay.
Wrong on any point. If I were to see documentation that backs up what you're saying, I would be forced to consider it. My expectation going in is that it probably won't, because whenever I've looked for that documentation, every time if I've got into a debate with a creationist, they say that this scientific paper supports this or proves that or whatever. When I get a chance to read it, no, it fucking doesn't. It says exactly the opposite every single time. So I will have doubts, but I'm not going to be unreasonable.
All right, your question.
So you both seem to agree that the natural world is real, but
I'm really glad about that. Yeah. I hate that.
but you're asserting that there is more.
No, not in this debate. I believe there's more, but I'm just saying. I don't know what if I stick to a topic. I'm sticking to a topic. Is naturalism true? Again, I pointed out that there are two ways to reject naturalism. One, you could say, okay, here's proof that there's something.
Okay, cool.
The other is to say it's incoherent. Don't affirm it. It doesn't mean the opposite.
There is a leap around here, actually. I think there. somewhere there, I believe.
You don't have the cognitive faculties to affirm it, so you can't affirm that it's true.
Mm-hmm.
And that if I stop being a theist right now, if I stop being a Christian, if I were an atheist right now, if I became an atheist, I probably still wouldn't affirm naturalism. I'd just be like, I don't know.
I know another map where I find sometimes.
Although it seems to be the case that as was evident there, that
Yeah, there it is. I see it. It's that big spider thing walking around.
Yeah.
primary evidence throughout the course of this discussion has instead been that
If you're gonna take it out, you have to lure it to a building where it can't get to you.
mindset is
Maybe.
I'm not sure how that works, because even if we assume that it's true, which it doesn't necessarily follow that we live in a purely naturalistic world, we're all living in a deterministic.
I mean, if we're hitting this, we could try kill it. Actually, thinking about it.
Maybe right here.
Any different from the world that we already
And
live
he
in
come.
when determinists are
You can't hide behind. Oh.
right here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
My vision.
We could lure it into the building. Sure. Okay, I'm gonna go up into the building with you, bro.
I'm not sure why that is.
As far as it's kind of even people who argue that the quantum window wouldn't be deterministic and so on, that doesn't it seems like it would make them less reliable. As far as
Oh, sorry.
You can have a higher for your process. In other words, you believe that creating is done. You can look at it and say, hey, how would you make that step? If the stuff is natural, you can't say you made a bigger step. Once you do that,
Almost. Got it. Well done. Thank you.
Without our ability to be rational, if our brains were deterministic in just molecules of motion, but would you have any reason to doubt?
Sweet. Got it.
if something was programmed to be rational, then you can make a case that it's rational. The point is, we're not programmed to be rational. You think you're programmed? You think you're programmed to be rational? Again.
Okay, that's in my safe pocket. So yeah, I'm happy to follow you guys now. I got what I need.
Like I would trust this. I would trust this laptop.
I don't know.
If
Fine,
not, then it's functional. There's something wrong. It's not
only a little bit.
Okay, well I guess just a grind, kill arc, get points, collect things, and get out. Just general everyday stuff then.
Aid you in that. Guess what? You can have reliable cognitive faculties for those kinds of things. It's again, it's the same thing that Hume said. Once you go far beyond what your cognitive faculties are fit to do, you trust it less and less. You can trust your cognitive faculties less and less and less. And so a grand theory like naturalism would be like a paradigm case of something that is like massively beyond what your cognitive faculties are.
Now, I'm not a philosopher.
What the hell?
I've never had the time to study philosophy much, which is a lament because I would really like to. But my understanding of determinism and rationalism both conflict with the descriptions that you're giving. I don't believe that reality is deterministic, and nor do I think your argument failed when you said that it is that you can't take naturalism seriously, or you can't be.
To the Raiders?
Raiders?
No,
all of it contradicts the definitions that I understand. Mind you, I'm not a full-on philosophy student. Wish that I was.
No.
Oh,
regular. I see.
I don't know what the alternative.
Oh, by the way, I have a key to do the hatch in case you need to get out. We need to get out quick.
Apart from like quantum events that aren't supposedly causing determinism.
Oh, bombardier. Oh, those things are horrible. Forget that.
That I'm not aware of, then I would drop that point for you. I would drop the deterministic point. I still think there are other.
I argue that natural selection was deterministic in that it ends up heading for something that is doing whatever it does. That made that
You guys want to take it on, or you want to give it a wide berth?
in philosophy, determinism means that it can't be any other way. Well, everything that evolves can be other ways. There's lots of options, so I can't use the deterministic label anymore. Like I said, I don't study it.
Shit.
So you believe in if you could somehow things could play out differently, and it wouldn't be determined.
If there are other variables, if you don't just wind back time and let it be exactly as it was,
So if you change something,
I heard somebody. Somebody shot.
I mean, determinism is if nothing is, if you just let everything play out.
Where?
Rewind the clock 1,000 times, the exact same thing's going to happen.
In essence, yes.
We're gonna have to wrap it up because we do have the next debate starting in just a few minutes. So
That's okay. I know you'll be.
Maybe right here?
We floated this notion that it's not beyond the realms of possibility that the Republican ticket at the next election could be Vance and Don Trump Jr. Is that fanciful?
I think that's fanciful.
We can stay right here
has the
inside.
nomination, I think he will use that
Chris,
power
what do you
quite
think?
ruthlessly.
So he'll drop Trump.
I think the question is, does Trump allow Vance to win the nomination, or does he try to destroy him in some way?
And where would you put your money on that one?
And it's about the economic.
By any conservative MPs? Tony, what do you make of that? Another floor crosser. What do you make of that? How crazy is that?
It was pretty bizarre, I gotta say. I mean, the guy was partying it up at the CPC holiday party, and the next night he was dancing up a storm at the Liberal Party. It's so bizarre.
I've got the flu. Martha's got the flu. The Conservative caucus has the flu. I don't know what we're gonna do here. About the only good thing about having a whacking kind of mixture of people.
He's shooting the bombardier.
Yeah.
Okay, move. I'm gonna get indoors. Gonna get indoors. God damn.
Oh shit.
You need to take out the snitch because it's telling it where to fire. And they have a hell of a range.
Yeah.
We're losing the plot here. Let's talk about everything political.
Yeah, bombardiers, you don't fuck around with them.
Everything presented by Bruce Power. Delighted as always.
Ai, velho, vídeo. Já tá bom, eles vão partir a casa.
Is a Globe and Mail columnist, and he has a new book out called Borderline Chaos. Martha, this is where you can hold the book out because I know you've talked.
Try to lure it closer.
Borderline Chaos: How Canada Got Immigration Right and Then Wrong. I'm gonna have to say both names because this is the first time we've ever had two Tonys on the pod. So, great to have you.
Jeez.
All-party consensus on immigration in this country for decades. Pretty solid consensus around this. You might even say robust levels of immigration. And I want to start with just some of the background.
Yeah, I don't think fuck around with it, truth be told.
Canada had an immigration system up to the 1960s that controlled who came into the country, basically based on race, ethnicity, and nationality. And
Yeah, you don't really want to fuck around with it, bro. Whoa, what the hell?
And we moved to a system of trying to evaluate immigrants, at least the economic stream of immigrants, based on the skills that they bring to the country. And that's the beginning of what we call a point system. And by the late 80s, early 1990s, under Brian Mulroney, we moved to a stable immigration rate of about, around 1% or a little less than 1% a year. And it just kind of stayed the Russian government, the Martin government, the Harper government. And so we have a period of about a quarter century of immigration numbers being stable, the immigration mix being heavily tilted.
You watch, it was a couple of stitches out.
and those economic immigrants being chosen for the economic attributes they can bring to Canada. And the system objectively worked pretty well. And subjectively, Canadians liked it, and even more than the fact that they liked it, they didn't really have to think about it. People just assumed everything was working.
Just thinking.
So that's sort of the
There's some pretty. There might be some loot in there. There's no point hanging around here.
consensus.
Yeah.
Mostly worked. People mostly liked it. And above all, nobody worried about it, and political parties weren't arguing about it and trying to run against one another based on immigration.
That is clearly no longer the case. What changed?
Well, what changed is everything that happened under the Trudeau government. Some of which it intended, some of which it did but did not intend, some of which was carried out by the provinces themselves, also without fully considering the consequences. And essentially, you put it all together, and there is a very big run-up in the number of people coming to Canada, and a very serious change in the mix of who's coming to Canada. And that begins to change after 2015, and it really explodes after the pandemic started in 2020. So the numbers go way up, and they reach their peak in 2023, when Canadian immigration numbers, which through that consensus period had been about 250,000 a year in the 90s and the early 2000s.
Well, let's go to the next one.
Yeah. We'll do that. Let's just do that. Let's just jump out and find a map we're more comfortable with.
Most Canadians don't recognize that. And most of that increase, this is where the question of the mix comes in.
Sweet, I got what I want.
In the temporary immigration streams. And that's temporary foreign workers and visa students and a bunch of other mixes in there, all of which leads to the population increase of about 1.3 million a year.
Oh shit! Right.
Raiders.
Yeah. Shit. Oh.
Yeah, don't die, bro. We're getting out of here.
I want to find out from you, in your as an MP, where would immigration find itself?
I don't have shit on me. You know that, right?
Constituency office, it was actually, but it was, the way Tony just described it, that's exactly how it felt, that my riding was...
Damn it!
Citizens, we had people from all over.
So close.
As a Caucasian person, I was absolutely a visible minority in my...
If I wasn't... Oh, no.
There was not the kind of what we're hearing now. So the immigration issues that we were getting...
Man, that sucks.
You know, people being frustrated with the actual federal government bureaucracy. Stuff just wasn't getting done very quickly, and that's you know, it's unfortunate. But that's not how a lot of constituency offices end up being helpful, because it's almost like an arm of the government. I don't know, Tony, if that was...
Ты видел это, Руся?
Tony.
Пистолета всех по очереди, как я дал, она... Пока мы перезаряжались оба. Одного дал, короче, робот, он пока его током бил, а его спехали. Пам! Shit. But I kill all. You see? No.
You did good, man.
Shit. For what he fight with us?
I don't know. We could have all got out, but I guess I just wanted to get our loot.
Immigrants into the country who could be against that, and it was kind of a badge of honor.
It happens.
I would rub shoulders with conservatives in
this
other
happens with me all the time.
Where there was a lot of pressure. Let's say if you're a German conservative or a British conservative, that there was a lot of pressure to have a very stark position on immigration in those countries. And I would say, yeah, Canadians are pretty cool. You know, we're very welcoming. open people, and you know, we get.
So this was never a big issue at the Harper cabinet table, for example. Not a lot of grumbling about immigration rights, that kind of thing.
No, absolutely not. So, and it was a point of pride, is what I'm trying to say. But that is all dissipated now. I mean, now it's immigration is very much a political issue, and will continue to be so for the foreseeable future. I would suggest.
So Tony Keller, what was the kind of explanation the Trudeau government gave, for opening up the taps so much more widely than they had been opened in the past?
Yeah, so as I said, this is partly what happened was partly intended and partly kind of an accident. So when the Trudeau government comes in 2015, it makes it very clear that it wants to brand itself and identify itself as more pro-immigration and progressive on immigration than the Harper government. For what it's worth, the Harper government's immigration policy isn't really any different from the previous Liberal government's immigration policy. So, but the Trudeau government wants to brand itself that way. It wants to say we're going to increase immigration.
Слышал, ты телек не можешь тише сделать или...
It says things about wanting to make it somewhat easier for people to come to Canada under the temporary immigration streams. But again, it's not clear on exactly what it's going to do.
Where the hell did it put the...
In the early days of the government, the early years of the government...
Why is it not showing? Oh, there it is. Okay, then lastly...
But not by that much. It substantially increases temporary immigration, and it never talks about that, and people don't notice it. And it does that under pressure from the business community, which says, hey, Canada has a labor shortage. I argue in my book, there's no such thing as...
Okay, ready.
The business community is saying we have a labor shortage, and by the way, the labor shortage is at the bottom of the market. It has a number of provinces and a number of higher education institutions that are saying we want more. We want to let in more and more foreign students. The provinces, in particular Ontario, are very interested in this because it can help fund the higher education system and reduce the need for a government subsidy, particularly in Ontario for the college system. So you got a bunch of forces pushing, and it's an interesting dynamic where it's one of these rare issues where the left and the business right are actually on the same side. Progressive people are saying higher immigration is a value. It's a matter of national values. We should want higher immigration because, and you've got the business community saying we need higher immigration because it will benefit the economy, because it will allow us to hire more people, because we're currently dealing with labor shortage. And you've got provinces agreeing with the business community, you've got some higher education institutions agreeing. So you've got this interesting agreement of left and right, and I think that helps push progressive and the Trudeau government to say, wow, we can satisfy the business community and live out our progressive values all at the same time. What an amazing story. Increasing immigration accomplishes all of our goals politically, and the business community is telling us economically as well.
Well, they did clearly let it rip, and at some point, and maybe you could tell us what the, I guess, initial signs of evidence there were that they...
Okay, where the hell are we? Oh, same map?
What did it?
So it really comes into...
Yeah, no, but now 21 minutes.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're late.
As if this is an economic crisis, and as if all of the economic problems that Canada has dealt with for a very long time could be solved by ramping up immigration.
Okay.
And that the more immigration we got...
My next objective is I need humidifiers, which I'm guessing is in people's houses.
And that's how in 2021, 2022, 2023, you saw a really significant ramp up in immigration.
Bro.
However, I will say it took people a long time to notice what was going on. And I think it even took the government.
That's where people live, so...
Exactly what's going on, because so much of this
oh, wow, that's far.
The temporary immigration stream. So when the government talked about its immigration targets, and it said, well, we're going to increase immigration to 500,000. They would never talk about...
Ты не можешь им помочь там?
Which would have represented another... How many people?
Pardon me?
Which would have represented another how many people beyond the 500,000?
So by 2022, the temporary immigration stream is as big as the permanent immigration stream. So by 2023, it's much bigger. So by 2023, you've got a bit fewer than 500,000 permanent immigrants, but you've got more than 800,000 temporary immigrants. And it's important to understand the people who are coming under the temporary immigration streams From what we know and from the evidence we have, they mostly want to stay in Canada. That's why they're going to some low-level college to do a short program and to work in a low-wage job, because they think that's a path to getting to permanent Canadian residency, and they were told that it was. They were pitched on it that way. So that's how the system was both, intentional and accidental.
Well, let's get to the politics of it, because clearly we started to see signs, and I think I remember it showed up on my radar screen when I would start to hear stories about 15 or 20, university students or college students who would be
Sounds like something's happening. Why? What is it? What's down there?
all staying in a two-bedroom.
It's a radar stone.
Ah, okay.
That's just that doesn't feel like it's a smart thing.
Yeah, what is that? Oh, someone tried to open it. Yeah.
Top, right here. Let's shot.
I really we never had it in the past. How much trouble do you think we're in on this right now?
Well, I think
He popped a grenade, smoke grenade. Can't see shit. Where are his team?
as temporary, who either
Be careful, be careful. Listen.
Yep, there's gonna be 3 of them out there. There, I see one.
Where?
I think we need to say that word. because
Running to the left.
given the legal right to stay, but they're here in the country. And
Got him. Got one off.
away from the system. That's a really, really big problem.
He's probably running to his teammates. So if I had to guess, they're in that building somewhere.
When I was a kid, I grew up on an apple farm, and we had temporary farm workers because locals would not actually, they wanted permanent jobs, and so they were getting permanent jobs. That meant that there wasn't anybody to spend the 2 to 3 months working, picking apples.
So no, man.
So that was a total win-win. Remember, most of them were from Jamaica. It was because they weren't.
Take your time. There's a lot of stuff to hide behind.
Coming here to Canada ostensibly as temporary, but then staying permanently. I think it's actually a really big problem, and I do highly.
They might be setting up an ambush. So watch it.
Really sets it out in significant detail. If I can also just, because I'm at the University of Calgary, the big, the U15, the big research universities. There was not, for the most part, a surfeit of foreign students, right? Where that became a really big problem was in some of the colleges. I think Tony in particular, some of the colleges where they had thousands and thousands of students because they were able to charge exorbitant tuition fees. That became really problematic, and so there are a couple of nuances in the description of how and why and where we are now.
Tony Clement, I think this is a situation.
Keeping an eye for anything that moves.
As much as 3/4 of the student body, foreign students in on foreign visas, as Martha calls it, exorbitant tuition rates, which essentially subsidized the provincial government and the rest of the student body that was from that.
Became the crack cocaine for funding the post-secondary system. There's no question about it. A couple of things that need to be added.
I wonder where he went, for real.
We want to talk about politics, because this is the program of that. Is that, of course, a couple of things tore at the fabric of the consensus of immigration, one of which was this 100 million population.
If I had to guess, maybe in that building somewhere.
Ecosystem, including, by the way, Mark Carney's nominee for the position of ambassador to the USA, and so that created a reaction in the conservative ecosystem that this is all part of a liberal plot to get Canada to 100 million people. At the same time, you ask why this became.
Oh, you're right, nothing at all.
People. I think correctly, but you could say it was
I
just.
guess they just ran off. Maybe they just didn't want the aggravation.
Our healthcare system has been degraded. Our housing situation has been degraded at the same time as immigration levels went through the ceiling. So people started to say, I can't get healthcare, but there's like more immigrants here. That's
Hornet.
the problem. And so that's why these things become political issues. And on top of that, there's always, shall I say, in the conservative ecosystem, a worry or an accusation that liberals are using the immigration system to get more votes for the Liberal Party of Canada. And that has become part of the discussion as well.
Tony Keller, pick up on any or all of that if you would.
Yeah, there's a lot to pick up on there, and a lot of really good points just made. Tony number one just referenced the Century Initiative, and the Century Initiative, which, as he said, was co-founded by.
Where are we?
Yeah, because
pushed this idea that Canada needed much higher.
I mean, if you want to pick up items with worth value, we should probably head over that direction. We're almost at the bottom of the map, and there's nothing else here.
Looking to backfill with ideas, and it is one more thing that pushes the Liberals to believe that, hey, we've got this new consensus where we can claim that higher immigration, much higher immigration, is economically valid, and it's living out our progressive values. And it didn't work out that way because, look, a lot of my book is about economics, and it's about the economic consequences and possibilities of immigration. And if you simply believe that more people make the economy better, you're not looking at the whole equation. More people will make the economy bigger. Canada has a very dynamic economy.
They be
But
here,
if
right?
those people
Yeah, this has all been used up.
less educated and lower income than the Canadian baseline,
Hey, Green, you're really far ahead, man.
bringing down gross domestic product per capita, you're also putting a lot of pressure on social services. You're
Oh,
bringing
I hear
more people
gunshots.
to pay taxes. Well, those people also use all kinds of public services. And if you're bringing in people who actually are paying slightly lower taxes because they earn slightly lower wages, hang on a second, you're now putting a lot of pressure on public
Okay, watch it.
services. So there wasn't a lot of
Hornet and a wasp.
deep thinking about any of this. There was some very superficial thinking about, well, high numbers would be great, and it'll benefit the Canadian
Oh, and
economy.
the wasp.
I'm sure it'll all work out. There needed to be a lot more thought and a lot more planning for the future. And I'm hopeful in the years going forward we can do that. But it is not what happened during the years of the Trudeau government, and it's really not what happened from 2022 to 2021 to 2023.
Okay, it's down, it's down, it's down. Just watch out for the ones behind. Okay, they're still flying away.
Things, Tony number two, that we get to do.
Okay, we're still good.
Through.
Oh.
Yep, they're here.
Well, there's other issues that we want to talk about, and we're going to do one on behalf of Bruce Power right now. As Ontario's demand for clean, reliable energy continues to grow, bold action is needed to secure our future. At the heart of that future is the Bruce.
Shit, indeed, yeah.
It's an expansion of the existing Bruce Power site to add up to 4,800 megawatts.
Well, right here. Кем, да. Они справа.
With a total capacity of 12,000 megawatts. But the impact goes far beyond energy. The Bruce C project is expected to bring with it an estimated 20,000 jobs annually during construction and sustain an average of 12,000 across Canada over the life of the project. That's $200 billion added to our GDP with $172 billion.
Behind you.
Innovation and long-term prosperity. Learn more about
how many did we get?
I got it too.
You got two, huh? So the last person's down. Oh, that.
I did. Were they? You did know that? Sure.
Nice, got it. I'm behind you, bro. I'm behind you.
Ресни его, не добивай, ресни.
I do have a side
Кого?
hustle.
You gotta tell me about these things. I
Нашего?
I am the,
Да.
Advisor
Oh, Blue, you got taken out, bro.
for the Small Modular Reactor Forum of Canada.
Oh, okay. All right. Tony, you light up my life.
Declaring my interest there.
There we go. Very good. Let's get back on track with Tony Gallagher. And Tony, I want to ask you, okay, so clearly the numbers of late have been getting too high. There's been this reaction in the country. Politicians are starting to hear more and more from their constituents about, holy smokes, things seem to be getting out of control. My question for you, Tony, is how we have reacted to that. In other countries around the world, there's been incredible scapegoating. There has been violence. There has been racism. There's been lots of different ways that people have responded. In the main, how have we responded in Canada to all of this?
Reese, where they are?
Have responded pretty well in the sense that polling on.
Give me a second, I need to reload. I'm just reloading.
Canadians during the period of immigration consensus mostly said that they were happy with the immigration system. Hardly anybody said they wanted higher immigration, but most people said they were happy with immigration where it was. In the last 2 years or so, that has abruptly flipped.
There's somewhere another one, right?
Most people say they want lower immigration.
Okay, sorry, I was on the phone call to my partner. Give me a second.
I don't think it's illogical.
Вот я вот здесь, смотри, ниже спускайся.
Where did he say they were?
И направо еще, вот здесь я.
Facts changed. People said, hang on a second, I don't like these underlying facts. I wish you'd change the immigration system.
Забери пушку мне, братан.
The second thing is, I just don't see a lot of
Охотника.
That guy had a lot of cool stuff, by the way.
Changing to being against
I need only my gun.
So we've kept it in a rational discussion about how many and who, as opposed to immigrants are bad. Whereas in the U.S., I mean, there is a big part of that discourse that has just shifted to immigrants are bad, immigration itself is a negative, and in many
I'm thinking Get Out, truth be told. That was a pretty...
Yeah. Oh! Hey. Yeah.
But, you know,
what the fuck is
that? Came out of nowhere. Fuck, I'm down. Right, don't die, bro, because we gotta get out of here. Hide.
Oh, I'm done. Ah, shit.
And thorough selection process so that we don't
Let's gain somewhere.
to society as a whole or segments of our society, like Jews, for instance. And I think the Bondi Beach attack is going to actually...
Oh, you're down?
These motherfuckers.
Okay, well, fun times.
So I think that is definitely on the table. The other thing is...
That sucks. That sucks. Good run, though. That guy came out of nowhere. This third person's jumped over a rock right in front of you. I was like, what the F?
Just explain that. You don't look or sound like an immigrant, so you should explain that you were actually not born in Canada.
No, I was born in Manchester, UK, and to a mom from Manchester and a dad from the island of Cyprus, a Greek Cypriot. And then on my mother's side of the family, you know, some other mixture of immigration for sure. But the point being that I think people want to be fair, but
damn it, that guy had some good stuff.
They don't think it's
fair. Now I'm poor again.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that the security part of it actually, I think, is going to be more and more prevalent as we discuss immigration, because there's going to be, God forbid, even without an attack here in Canada, I hope that remains the case, although I think we've just gotten lucky when it comes to the Jewish population. I think generally, because of what's happening around the world, people are saying, well, how do we vet people exactly coming to this country? And I think there's going to be lots of examples where people have been unvetted or not vetted who pose a danger to our society. So that I think is going to be a real big part of the discussion moving forward.
I should follow up on what you just said really quickly, and then Martha, I'll come to you. I played hockey this morning. Tony Keller's a big hockey player too. I played hockey at 8 o'clock this morning. You can imagine the dressing room was filled with people who wanted to talk about the slaughter in Australia the other day. And there are a few Jewish players in this game that I play in. And to a person, they were all saying, oh yeah, this is coming to Toronto. There's no question. We're going to see a massacre in Toronto at some point. I've never felt less safe to be Jewish in Toronto. And obviously, Tony, I'm with you. Well, let's hope this never does happen. But whether it's dumb luck or what, it hasn't happened yet. Martha, over to you on this issue of scapegoating. How much are you seeing? How concerned are you, given what we've been talking about?
Why is it only making one?
Well, I think actually bringing in the Bondi Beach
don't get it.
massacre colors this in a way that I probably would not have colored this issue. My sense is that most people are upset now about the overload of
So odd. Why is it doing that?
not because of the religion of people who are coming, the skin color of people who are coming, but to Tony Keller's point, we've just had a massive influx of people.
This game got
who are not
Has this game got really glitchy for you guys as well? It feels like the last update just keeps faffing about.
the upset is more economic than anything else. We can't find, housing's a problem.
Like, I'll make something and then it just disappears.
That are and I think our productivity numbers, which are terrible anyway, but they're going to be worse over the next few years, I think, very much because of this, we're talking like millions of people who are not here because they were actively brought to contribute to Canada's economy. Flipping burgers, I think, Tony, at one point in your book, you suggest that the business community saying we had labor shortages. Well, you wouldn't necessarily have had that labor shortage if you were willing to pay enough, right?
That's right.
And there's a big difference between, the people working on an apple farm for 3 months and somebody coming in for a permanent job because, we're not willing to pay them and pay other people enough. And I think that's a really important thing here. But I don't, look, I am very worried, as we all
Okay, ready.
Terrorist attacks that are based on religion or other forms of racism. But, we don't know if that's necessarily tied to immigration or not. That's, I think, an awful lot tied to a lot of other things that are happening geopolitically. And I think for this discussion here about immigration, my sense is that Canadians, for the most part, are still
That's the game. That's just the game.
It's not your religion.
It's just a game. Don't take it personal.
What you can contribute
Yeah,
to
which
this country.
That guy was a sneaky bastard, though. He really was.
That's such a great point, Martha, and I think it's worth noting, at least on the video I've seen, that the guy who intervened to stop the shooter in Australia was a Muslim.
Yeah.
So
Ahmed,
that's very
Ahmed.
Yeah.
You couldn't have painted a better heroic scene than that, could you?
Totally. Tony Keller, come on in.
Okay, right. Let's go.
Sort of 2 points, because I think there's actually a lot of connection here. So, under both Liberals and Conservatives in the past, and even through much of the Trudeau government, Canada has always been concerned with controlling who comes to Canada. And one of the things that I argue in my book is that the fact that we had extremely tight border control is what allowed Canada to have a high immigration rate and high
Spaceport, huh?
for a relatively high.
Heading back to the spaceport.
During that consensus period, Canada's immigration rate was actually fairly high in this a population of 37 million. So the reason for this is that if you tell people, well, we're just letting anybody in, whoever comes, hang on a second, they're going to have some concerns. If you say to people, look, we're vetting everyone who comes to Canada. We're making sure that they're, we're just making sure of who's coming to Canada. We're not just letting people get on a plane, get off.
Okay, let's go.
Get on a plane, get off, and claim refugee status. We're going to make it really hard to come to Canada because we know there are effectively tens of millions.
Spaceport, huh?
Anyone near the spaceport? Someone just managed to override the outskirts bunker security system, and every gang in Toledo is scrambling to get their hands on whatever's inside. Don't let this opportunity go to waste.
Notice
Okay, so what we're gonna raid?
taking back control actually appears in the Carney government's budget a couple of months ago, and the discussion about their attempts to reform.
Apparently, the Torrente is not a very good gun, so I may regret this.
And that is sort of really important. And to Martha's point, the temporary numbers in Canada right now are 3 million people.
Let's try get out without being killed this time. Just saying.
We've never seen numbers remotely like that. And the Trudeau government in 2024 said they would start to bring that down, and it's barely budged because it's really hard. Some of those people are transitioning to become permanent residents.
If we don't win now, I don't got any money.
Do a very poor job of measuring. who
Careful, the Stitch is looking at you.
expire. That's another issue of concern. So this is something that is going to loom over Canadian politics for some time. We let a lot of people in, and it's going to take a long time to process them, whether that means leaving the country or becoming
Oh, right here was people.
Canadians, permanent residents and citizens.
Hey, we're here pretty early. Someone's already been in here? Oh, yeah, they have.
Yeah. Biden administration, immigration was the highest in the United States than it had ever been, and at the same time, immigration per capita in Canada at that time was 3 times bigger than in the United States.
Yeah.
What the United States did was pick Donald Trump to fix that problem, and we are seeing the particularly unique approach he has taken to fixing that problem. We've, we may be upset or not completely pleased with how
on the second floor.
Our
second floor? Okay.
Yeah.
But we
You hear people?
up here that they have down there.
Yeah.
What do you think?
So I think there are
Now we're on, you feel?
You're right.
Yep.
The first was, in the United States, these people were all coming on
Yeah,
camera.
they
They
was
were
here.
walking across the Mexican border into the United States and being released into the United States until they had a refugee hearing, which would be years in the future. In Canada, almost everybody who arrived in Canada in that same period, 2021 to 2024,
You never know which weapon to use in these situations. The heavy is like a much better gun to like more precise. The Toronto's just Toronto. The Ronte is just a hose pipe of bullets that go everywhere.
3 times as large as this.
I'll go for the hose pipe.
US immigration. The other thing is, because of that, it didn't get
You
picked
see?
up by
Yeah.
media,
Yeah.
and it didn't enter politics the same. Again, in the U.S., you've got it gets injected into politics. For the moment, that is no.
Сзади, аккуратно здесь, если one right here.
He's out.
Yep, right here too.
Canada took in 3.1 million net immigrants over a period of just 3 years. That's a number that has appeared, as far as I know.
If you see medium bullets, I could use them.
Right here. There was right here.
It simply doesn't get discussed or mentioned. Whereas in the U.S., the arrival of all these people in actually smaller
Yep, I see it
numbers
right here.
Okay, cool. I'm coming.
It's a Кем, you.
on the news every single
Кем, вот здесь, вот.
Oh, fuck. Behind me.
Все, no. One I got it.
To that, and the story being presented in Canada was somewhat different than what was being presented in the U.S., even though, in fact, the Canadian situation was based on sheer numbers, 3 times as large as the U.S. immigration.
Right here,
One more time, and if the immigration census that had lasted for so many decades,
Здесь у меня все ног.
and maybe under
You got him? You got him?
Yeah.
First, I'd like some ideas on how you think you can repair that all-party, coast-to-coast.
Еще один где-то аккуратно.
That's all 3, right?
No, only 2.
Well, one, I think we need to hold our
Be careful.
politicians to account for continuing to.
Okay, I officially like this gun. It's fucking amazing in close quarters like this, but it goes through bullets like a motherfucker.
That's a number of politicians, Donald Trump being the most obvious one. But really, using a lot of these, in that case, Tony Keller, absolutely the visuals, right, of people coming across, but being labeled, being scapegoated, being everybody of Latin descent being tarred with the same brush, which is not a good one.
Nice.
I think that's just been incredibly damaging to the American system.
Okay, from now on, the Toronto is what we're sticking with.
We have in Canada, and we have to really work hard to.
But where is one more?
I think we got all 3. There's one here. There's one there. Was the one you were looking at over here, and there's one there. So that's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there's another team I can hear.
Okay, I'm full, guys. We can go back.
Yeah, I'm pretty full too.
I'm full too.
Yeah, let's not risk it. Let's go.
And who has left the country? To me, that seems such an obvious policy improvement to how we manage.
Oh shit! No.
You survive. It's a long way down, bro. I'm taking the stairs.
Let's go.
Oh, fuck it.
I can't stress enough. I really hope that we don't allow ourselves to listen to the American media that has turned these concerns into race-based concerns. We're better than that. We should be, and that's very much my hope.
Tony Clement, recapturing that immigration consensus. What do you like?
Well, I think there's a couple of things that should be done or done better. One is, as I mentioned, the vetting, to give people confidence that the system is working for everybody to keep us safe. Then I'd be prepared to spend time.
Just give me a second just to max my health out, because if we get there and there's a rat camping, where I want my full health.
So that's number one. Number two, as Tony mentioned, the temporary foreign workers. That it's just gotten completely out of control.
Okay, I'm good. Fully healthed. Weapon loaded.
That our young people don't have, who were born and raised here, or first generation Canadians. You know.
Right, eyes open, guys.
As much as perhaps the government has done. And I would say, as Martha said, and as I said as an MP, to my own, fast food chains in Muskoka, who wanted my office to intervene to get them the temporary foreign worker certificate. I said, why don't you just pay people more? You'll get more people from Perry Center and Muskoka applying for the jobs if it's actually a decent job with decent pay. So, let's get back to that society where we do look after people.
Okay, go.
Young people in particular who need a job to get into the job market, and we're failing those jobs. So I think if we do those two things, I think that.
And we're out. Nice.
Yeah.
Tony Keller.
So I think these are both pretty good suggestions.
I like this gun.
In my book, I talk about the various ways to get the system back on track and actually make it better than before. And I'm hopeful that we can actually do that. I'm hopeful that the Carney government
Continue.
is pointing in the right direction. Execution is going to be a challenge. You have to set your immigration rate for permanent residents back to somewhere like where it was in the 90s and the early 2000s, which is around 0.75% of population. That would be a little more than 300,000 a year. You have to take the temporary foreign worker stream and reduce it in numbers and raise it in quality. So make it fairly easy to bring in someone to work a high wage job, make it impossible to bring in somebody to work a low wage job. The higher education stream, hey, it's wonderful if Canada takes in a large number of students, a large number of foreign students go to our
Good. Do I have a Toronto?
To Martha's point from earlier, Canada's high-quality universities didn't really increase their foreign student enrollment by very much during this period.
3 required. Upgrade.
Lower quality
Level up.
institutions, public colleges, a lot of private.
Something that's the only thing I need.
Those institutions should have really no students.
I don't have a Toronto, huh? As a renegade.
More students at the top flight universities because those
I have these two. And I have the parts for that. That's kind of crazy. Very stable, rate of fire,
and if we
damage, not much.
Future citizens, they're going to go home. They're not going to try to stay here illegally or try to make an asylum claim to be able to stay longer. So these are
one more part, 2 gun parts. I have 6 level. Oh, okay.
we have to vet people much more carefully who come to Canada. Historically, Canada did an extremely good job.
Very stable, low damage, but a massive rate of fire. Okay, screw it. Good.
Currently, there are 3 million temporary foreign residents in the country. Officially, the actual number may be as high as.
So I want more of that ammo.
I'm ready. 300,000 people.
I'm just getting more ammo.
An asylum claim pending. A couple of decades ago, a bit more than a decade ago, that number was 10,000. It's now 300,000, and goes up every single month. So there are a bunch of things we have to do on the selectivity and security side, all with the goal of saying, hey, let's continue to have immigration to Canada. Let's continue to have relatively high immigration, but let's just assure voters, let's assure Canadians that this is being done for the benefit of Canada. And then I think most people will actually return to having a fairly positive attitude about immigration.
Good. All right, friends, we've come to the part of the program where we like to give a shout out to something that actually was kind of inspiring, kind of good, maybe even unexpected. In the world of politics, we call this part of the program Good On You. So, Martha, get us started here. Who gets your Good On You this week?
Well, I was moderating a panel at a conference a couple of weeks ago, And the panel
Yeah, I'm ready
included
to.
John Baird and Jason Kenney, both former colleagues of Tony number one here, conservatives. Christy Clark, former Liberal Premier of
Almost.
Columbia,
One sec.
but
Almost
certainly
ready.
with that sort of blue liberal red Tory ilk, and John Manley. And why this was important was the topic of fiscal prudence, the topic of government spending, was a big part of the panel. And
Okay, good. I have a key as well if we have to jump out.
in the 1990s, and we talked a little bit about this on the last podcast, but this was with people who have been involved, right? And he was part of that government when it was really pretty tough. There was they had to do a lot of cuts. I think Tony, you've said it was also exacerbated by a split in the Conservative Party, but they, continued to get support from the Canadian public. But it was John Baird and Jason Kenney who both made the point that it was that government that has exhibited probably the most fiscal prudence of the last 25 years. And it was pretty great because those were two conservatives saying something very good. And Christy said the same. Three former politicians saying something very good about a different colored government from the past. And it was really special because one of the people who was
Okay, you ready?
was sitting there as part of the panel.
Yes,
So
yes.
it was a really nice moment. It was good.
Что там, Руся?
Cool.
Yeah,
Tony Clement, you're good on you.
Yeah, I want to go back to the MOU between Alberta and Canada, and which involved obviously Minister Hodgson and the Prime Minister negotiating with Daniel Smith and so on. Part of it, and this harkens to our perhaps our
That's my ideas.
I don't have any specific things in here, so I guess just loot for money. That's it.
as part of the mix moving forward. And I really think that this is an area where Canada is a world leader. We have, in terms of technology development and rollout, as you know, steam here in Ontario, over 50% of electricity produced in Ontario is by nuclear energy. And so I think that this could really help create jobs, opportunity, new foreign markets, new domestic markets by highlighting nuclear. And good on both Alberta and the federal government for recognizing that, and good on Ontario for developing our nuclear power capability as well.
See, Tony Keller, you're getting the gist of the thing here, right?
No,
You
here,
got Martha's
open
example of
case.
Tories saying nice things about Liberals. You just had Tony Clement. I know it kills him to do it. He actually said something sort of nice about the Liberal Prime Minister of Canada.
Yeah.
So, okay, come on in here with your good on you. What are you going to lay on with us?
So, since I'm here to talk about immigration, let me bring in something to do with that. So, Tony Clement, mentioned earlier that the guy who was the hero of Bondi Beach, who disarmed one of the attackers, is himself an immigrant to Australia, a Muslim immigrant to Australia. And what I found interesting and positive, we'll see how long this lasts, is the number of American conservatives and even Donald Trump who were praising him. And I'm hopeful that, we can get everyone at this point of recognizing that, hey, look, there are good and bad people in immigrants and non-immigrants.
There's nothing really out here.
Crazy analysis you can do where you can say, well, immigrants are bad.
Oh, we're pretty early into 28 minutes, so just focus on the looting for now.
I'm hopeful this will be a case where people can recognize that these are the positives in immigration, and I think it's a really interesting case, and I'm hopeful that American conservatives and other conservatives who have got some anti-immigrant views will continue to praise this guy in Australia who did a heroic thing.
That is a lovely ray of light in what has over the last...
That had an E on it, right? No, it's...
Very, very dark time in the world.
This game is glitchy as F.
Tony Keller's new book is called Borderline Chaos: How Canada Got Immigration Right and Then Wrong. You can also read... Thank you, Martha, for being his publicist here today. That's great. Tony, you could also read in the Globe and Mail, where he's an excellent columnist. I want to thank the three of you for gathering...
Right, okay, let's move.
Right out of your sick bed, we managed to make it to the coughing along. And in the meantime, everybody, peace and love, and we'll see you next time on the Pagan Podcast.
Thanks all. Great to have you on the show, Tony.
Amir.
I'm about to say, someone. I'm hearing gunfire. Who's getting shot at?
At issue tonight, the biggest moments in politics during a dramatic and eventful year. This was 2025.
I intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister. The golden age of America begins right now.
The question was about.
Sorry, I'm getting to it.
Tonight, I've been informed a party leader that I'll be stepping down as party leader.
We've been stressing that monetary policy cannot undo the damage caused by tariffs.
Thank you very much to the great people of Battle River Crowfoot.
History of nations, they're punctuated by human moments.
I'm Rosemary Barton. Here with me in person is At Issue to look back at what has been a remarkable year in Canadian politics, from, as you saw, resignations.
Амир, я сейчас сделаю тебе балам.
Threat from its closest neighbor. Here to break it all
Ладно,
down.
молоко.
Подожди
только чуть-чуть, хорошо.
Watching those quick packs, because I'm like, look at all the stuff we did this year.
Прямо сейчас я так не
And I probably
могу.
say that every year,
Надо
but it was
подождать.
a big year. There was a lot going on. So we want to start with the question: what was the biggest political win of the year? Biggest political win, biggest political loss. I suspect the answers might be similar, but Chantal, you stir us off.
Because we get them back to back, it implies the answer. Joined at the hip, the Carney victory.
Yeah.
At this time last year, Mark Carney wasn't a politician, or he was maybe in his own mirror, but we weren't watching him. And at this time last year, Pierre Poilievre had a huge lead, and was
Thank you.
probably thinking of how
It's all right.
drapes would fit in the Prime Minister's residence. So one is the biggest political win, brought the Liberals back from the basement, and the other is back to the basement political win.
Где-то стреляется аккуратно.
It's a win for the Liberals. It's also very much a win for Mark Carney personally. Yes.
And other people playing. I can hear them.
Yes, he got an assist
Maybe I'll
from
give it a go.
Donald Trump declaring one to the next
Let's go right here.
But think of what happened there. He'd never been elected to anything. He'd never run for anything. In the space of a few weeks, wins the Liberal leadership by a thumping margin, more than anybody expected. Assumes the powers of the Prime Minister, all the awesome responsibilities that, again, with no experience in office at any time, other than being the government in Canada, but no political experience.
Good.
Now you also want to do the loser at the same time. Pierre Poilievre also has to wear that loss as much as Mark Carney can be credited for that victory. He was the face of the party. Some would say he was too much the face of the party, given his personal
People.
numbers. The strategy they pursued seemed to miss the whole Trump wave. He's got to bear responsibility for that. Yes, he managed to pull him out with a 41% of the support. They increased the seats. He's got a moral victory, etc. But moral victories are for losers. He had a 25% lead, and he threw it away.
And Althea, you
Yeah,
have the
like
same
it
words as
close.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of hard to have a different answer this year, but I would say the Liberals.
Yeah, there are teams in here for sure.
This was
Wait,
a
upstairs.
that was basically, most MPs thought they were going to lose their seats.
No, not that I get right here.
And to have them surmount a 25-point lead from the Conservatives was quite a feat. I don't know if I completely agree that it, no one expected it. Like, they thought they were actually going to have a majority government after the election. But they came really close.
Cracking up on these things just for wires, man. Jesus.
Still to keep Pierre Poilievre
There's-
now front and center. I don't know that Mr. Poilievre could have pivoted more, because his base really doesn't feel the same way, or half his base really doesn't feel the same way about Donald Trump. But yeah, it
I
was
see Raiders right there.
when you look back,
Right there.
Abacus Data had a poll suggesting basically that Donald Trump was not going to help the Liberals. Smooth sailing for Pierre Poilievre.
Yeah, right here, people.
Now, I hope we keep that in mind.
Who killed now?
Polls that say we all love pipelines.
Okay,
now. I just want to add.
Were they down here?
People are now saying it was a no-brainer, Mark Carney. How many columns did you read comparing him to Michael
There's a
Ignatieff?
rocketeer down there, so careful.
So somewhere, he didn't do the Michael Ignatieff thing.
More of a political animal
than we suspected. Okay, we got to pick up speed a little bit here. Biggest political surprise of the year. Althea, you go first.
This is the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not seeing them.
Liberals come
Oh,
out
shit.
almost nowhere and winning a fourth term. Also, Mark Carney not being the environmentalist that a lot of liberals expected, believed.
Здесь у меня двое. I got two.
That has been a bit of a surprise.
Я внизу ты?
Where are you? Downstairs?
Yep.
Most of which happened before.
They coming right here.
So Justin Trudeau leaves on January 6th. They're an average of 25 points behind. By the time the election, but by the time Mark Carney
Run.
By the time he called the election 2 weeks later, they were about 5 or 6 points behind. So at the beginning of the campaign,
Не дал, ебать.
for most of the campaign, there were 6 or 8 points. Conservatives closed the gap a little bit at the end, but most of that shift happened early in the campaign going.
I think many liberal voters.
I'm behind you, bro.
Помогите, пожалуйста.
Careful.
I need help, guys.
Мы здесь, я.
Меня прям.
Да, мы здесь сверху, братан, мы сверху. Не выглядывай сильно. Наверх поднимайся. Подожди, не, стой там.
Just stay in the corner. If they come in, we'll get them. Just stay in the corner.
Ability to basically completely change the colors of the whole party. It tells you the power of the party leader and prime minister in particular.
You piece of shit. Oh, меня ног надо.
Wait.
Там сидит.
If we go down, you'll get killed. Don't. Wait for them to come in to try collect him and then kill them.
Идет.
If I were
Попадает по мне, чё? Вот он здесь в углу сидит. Все, завалил. Ебать, налетели на один там, ебать, забрали.
Там двое же.
Watch out, they might try to get behind this guy. Careful. I'm gonna try to get a better view.
Let's go. Один говорит, ебать, ты трое здесь.
Okay. Right, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, you go.
And well, but I would agree that, and this was your choice as well, that it's not just that he left on principle, it's that he did it without bitterness. It wasn't, there was no real bitterness or animosity. There's a lot of criticism, but that's...
I'm thinking I might just burn up my weapons and they,
It's not very often, frankly. The last time I can think of a comparable situation is Michael Chong leaving in 2006. But that you're sacrificing a third of your salary to say, I cannot defend this. And there's a lot of people around the cabinet. I cannot, for my personal values and my integrity, I can't stand by this. Like, that is pretty freaking impressive.
Over here, open
So
space.
I agree with Chantal and Stephen Gibbon. Okay, here's the rest of the week before we take a break.
fuckers. Damn it, they're gonna get my gun.
Yeah, you guys still got a good gun.
Ты вас выебали.
Hey, bro, how long has your mum been doing OnlyFans? Hey, how long has your mum been doing OnlyFans?
There are too few.
He got my gun. I'm angry. He got my gun.
Almost every day, at least every week. And yet, there isn't. It is shocking, surprising, disappointing to say the least.
Okay, you two had the same one. So I'll let you go first.
I certainly can't top that, but if we're staying within Canada, a Jagmeet Singh.
Damn it.
Because he only got 44 seats. Jagmeet got 24 and then 24.
We've been close, right?
And then the absolute floor fell through in the last election. But throughout that, he was gaffe prone. He often looked like he was not fully informed on the issues. You never got the sense that anybody in the NDP was particularly excited to have him as leader. It's just they were kind of stuck with him.
Which this door was
and
soundproof too.
ultimately, he paid the price.
Yeah, he probably set the party back a decade. Remember, Alexa McDonough.
Okay, next game, free set, guys.
Free set?
Yeah.
And in every election, Jagmeet Singh made the NDP retreat.
All right, I'm up for that.
He was promoting some wild idea that Canadians wouldn't want to sign up on, like Medicare, but because he was just not doing much of anything. And those past 2 years where you support the government, but at every turn you say they're terrible, well, pick a lane here.
Yeah. I'm going to guess Jagmeet Singh will be glad to see 2025 go. That's just a guess.
At least he didn't win his seat, because I think it would have been worse for him if he had stayed.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break here, but when we come back, we'll keep the conversation going, looking back on 2025.
Я чувствовал, что они свой продукт, понял, братан, я пошел смотреть. И как раз они навстречу мне пошли.
A struggling Canadian economy and negotiating with Donald Trump. We're continuing to break down some of the biggest moments from 2025.
Let's build the strongest economy in the G7. Let's build Canada strong.
Talking about a tariff of 10% on China based on the fact that they're sending fentanyl to Mexico and Canada.
You don't negotiate through weakness, you negotiate through strength.
Increased trade friction with the United States means our economy will work less efficiently.
Still no win, still no deal, still no elbows.
Look inside yourself, Rosemary.
That wasn't even really relevant to the montage. We just wanted to play it one more time before the year was out. Welcome back. I'm Rosemary Park. With me again, Chantal, Andrew, and Althea. Okay, best, worst political play of the year. Andrew.
I hate to repeat myself.
But
The
you will.
Liberals switching out leaders.
Yes.
Completely adopting 180-degree opposite policies in the space of a few weeks. There's a reason why this is the most successful political party in the democratic world over the last century, and it's not to do with their strident or sterling principles. It's just the utter malleability. But you know, just from a pure politics standpoint, you have to give them a low whistle. Appreciate it.
That's sort of yours as well, a little more specific. But
I think the best play is Justin Trudeau deciding to walk away.
Took a while though.
It took a while, but he could have dragged it out.
That's
and
true.
he allowed the leadership race to happen so that Mark Carney could win it. And now he's dating Katy Perry and seems
nice
to be
guy.
having the time of his life, so that's
Right. It's all free. Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Same spot. Jesus.
not using cabinet. I think that the Prime Minister's desire to, and I think the Conservatives are right about saying this, basically run things like a boardroom and not...
Right. I really want a Toronto blueprint because I like that gun. That's an amazing gun.
You know, more than 2 days before he
What
announced
kind
it.
of?
I don't think Stephen Guilbeault would have quit. I don't.
What's that, sorry?
What kind of gun?
It's a Toronto. It's the one I was using. It's like it fires bullets like a hose pipe. It's insane.
Been in jeopardy as it is.
It needs like 500 like medium bullets to run properly.
Measures in C5 or some of the measures in C50. I'm sure we'll talk about these bills later, but I do think that he doesn't use the political
experience
around the table to help him govern, because he's not just there
Nothing.
to run the show. He's
No, there is nothing around here.
Best, worst political play. I'll come back for your word.
And I didn't want to go back to the election because a few things happened, and that's all I went.
We need to go to one of the storage areas in order to get things.
Forcing, on the part of the Liberals, forcing the Conservatives, well, it wasn't just the Liberals that did that, the NDP also played a role in that, but forcing the Conservatives to show how desperately they wanted to avoid an election, even if they wanted to vote against the budget. I thought that is an interesting vignette. Everybody can understand this idea of suddenly people who are within reach of the vote showing
What?
up because some app doesn't work. No, I think that was the height of
No,
the
I
play.
say
It
my
kind
son.
of
Oh, okay.
I speak with
how the
my son.
official opposition doesn't want it stuff.
Your worst political play is Quebec
It's
specific.
Quebec, and it's Quebec Premier François Legault's insistence on believing that he's not a dead man walking. Maybe this time next year he'll say, oh, I got it all wrong, and
Да мне
have
ухо
a
одно
recovery.
красное, пиздец.
Was your son born in the U.S.?
We would today be sitting
No.
saying how great for Justin Trudeau to have stuck around because he won.
Born in Russia.
Justin Trudeau
Ah.
won the federal election, and I don't believe there's an election left
I live in Crimea, but Russia occupied this
against himself so far.
this country.
That its condition used to be Quebecers wanting to run. Well, when your party is at 16%, Quebecers need 20. Your worst question.
It's just going back to the failure to spot
Oh, you live in Crimea?
Yeah, before we lived in Crimea, yeah.
election on it and won because of it. I take Elsia's point.
So I got two sons, one son born in the U.S., another one in Crimea.
Sometimes in politics,
So
the thing you have to do is break
Okay.
his wife the most extreme
Break it
action.
right now too.
Absolutely, that was the worry people had, a lot of people, about Pierre Poilievre, was that in dealing with Trump, he'd be too beholden to his base, wouldn't be able to stand up to him. That was the moment for him to say, look, I know this isn't going to be popular with some of my supporters, but
Do you think Ukraine will ever get Crimea back, or do you think it'll stay Russian?
I don't know. It depends on what happen with Russia in the future, and what another country is going to be doing this stuff, you know, with a war.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Ukraine's in the middle of this like Game of Thrones style thing right now, you know.
The provincial pact for the year. People who didn't like his ads will disagree, but he has been such a central player in the Canada-US debate versus other premiers that I showed him.
Watch it.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, they'll take you out real quick if you're not careful.
Then you think the Premier of Ontario suddenly gets into that. And the play, which was to call an election to use the Trump factor, was a very smart play.
I know Canadians in other provinces who would like to vote for Doug Ford. I mean, that's how popular he is.
Let's wait for his first French interview to continue down that particular.
Oh shit! No.
You fell?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, where are you? Right, let's find you. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
saying and doing or not, and I disagree with a lot of them. It should dominate the national opinion, whether you're talking about invoking the notwithstanding clause, when you're talking about radical healthcare reforms that may or may not be well considered, whether you're talking about the memorandum of understanding on the energy thing with all of the changes in federal policy that go on that.
What's the blue steam right here?
Provincial premiers had that much impact on the national scene.
I feel like we need to define what we mean by best premier.
It's
not best.
It's
Premier of the
rockets,
year. In Ontario, I feel like the allegations.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck that, fuck that, fuck that. You're gonna get killed. I've got a stitcher.
Yeah, well, we can try. You want, guys?
You'd have to target. You'd be very, very careful targeting its engines. Sorry. Yep, that's what I mean.
And he is into consensus and conciliatory. No, you guys pick others. I'm just saying, I'm not going to be able to say, you know what?
Where the hell did all this come from?
A story that you should have paid more attention, but the rest of us didn't. I should put it that way.
The Prime Minister's
Where is he?
willingness to discount is very alarming.
Be careful, be careful.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Move down this way, and then shoot him from the side.
Very people want to make projects go slower. Of the law almost any law that's that power in one individual to say.
Right, try to kind of like you shoot from one side, and then I'll shoot from this side, and sort of keep him bouncing between the two of us. All right.
Where is he?
Precedent that it creates even though no project is
And I'm out of ammo. Right. I'm out of ammo. I need a gun.
dozens of LNG projects piece of legislation. And then in the Budget Implementation Act, we see in the middle of it, hidden, basically no one talked about this, they're giving themselves the power to exempt an individual company.
What kind of ammo you need?
No, no, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm out.
Oh shit.
Inside, guys.
Once the testing is done,
Руся
they
тебя
will
сначала.
allow the exemption to remain in place. And there's no attention paid to this.
I was gonna run at it and attack it with my stick.
To me,
Нет бинтов, нихуя нету, блин, пизда. Вообще ничего
why
нет.
do they need these powers?
Okay, Andrew, you pick up on that, and then I'll bring in Chantal.
Well, this is sort of the flip side of that, perhaps. And I think it's the sort of boiling rage and division and volatility.
Somebody shoot him, right?
Is someone else shooting it?
Yeah, somebody.
Oh shit! Okay.
There was huge shifts within that election. There's been, you know, leaders being brought down. There's been new parties starting up. And I was struck by a piece by Andrei Cherkovsky the other day on that. Said, you know, it's extraordinary the number of answers where people ask and people give very populist type answers. They don't think politicians are listening to them. They don't think they have an influence on it, et cetera, et cetera. But then if you ask them, are you a populist?
Where he is?
Do you support a populist party? No.
Right here, people.
I think it may be a line to this.
Oh, really?
We have centralized power.
Where? Oh, there.
Right here. The prime ministers, the premiers, and I think it's starting to filter through.
Cool. Maybe we can get a gun.
That gets to your answer as well.
But what Althea was saying,
And shoot?
pay enough attention.
I might just charge in and see what happens. There we go.
У тебя есть, да?
Да. Что так, что себя, ну? Right here. Здесь где-то.
Close the derogation or the notwithstanding clause, people tune you up. Yeah. They don't connect it to their everyday lives.
Он у меня один. Right here, I got one. What?
We will be talking about this.
I do.
I'm sorry.
I need a gun, bro. Sorry.
How long does it take before people say, well, we have a charter of rights, we don't want to have one?
We're assholes.
Cutting off debate through time allocations is becoming routine.
I see raiders right here.
The pipeline debate in 1956 was because they brought in closure. Now it happens every other bill, and nobody wants it.
Okay, but on the notwithstanding clause, what
Okay, you ready?
Okay, nice.
Oh fuck! Damn it! I was. It was there, like where I'm pointing. Right there.
Есть один ног. Yeah, I got it. One.
Sorry, I was busy faffing. Oh, careful. Watch out behind you, dude, behind you. You got two of them. Yeah.
Piece of shit. It's his friend, right?
Hey, bro, could you do me a favor? Could you get me a large fries, and I'll have a quarter-pound cheeseburger. Thanks.
That is an issue for this week as we look back at the year that was. The next one, we're going to look ahead.
Все, сдавайся, что там.
Did he just run off? What was that all about?
Okay, guys, finish this game. Let's go next one. Убирай, братан.
Сейчас, уйду куда-нибудь спрячусь.
Да нахуя?
О, они еще троих здесь положили, вот еще
Да
дерутся.
нахуя, давай вперед дальше, следующая игра.
Is everyone down? What the hell happened there?
I don't know.
I just saw seeing a bunch of raiders all on the ground.
One raider.
Down to what, like 15%?
Yeah,
And the
maybe
most
right here.
socially important statistic is do you
Oh
trust
yeah,
the,
right here.
do you trust the people around you? And it used to be 60% said yes, and now that's down to
Yeah,
30% and 19% millennial and Gen Z.
Too much
So
people
have
coming
lost faith
for
in each other.
rockets here.
David, where are you?
I'm in Washington D.C. where my normal.
Anyway, I like this game.
There you go. So, obviously a tragic weekend, and we'd love to just get any kind of initial reactions to the shootings both at Brown University and in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, the murder of Rob Reiner and his wife
Somehow we wake up to 3 very violent stories. On the one hand, we shouldn't over-exaggerate these things. The number of mass killings in the U.S. in 2025 had been remarkably low. And so it's not like I don't think it's fair to say we've entered a new age of violence. If you look at murder rates, they're down. You look at suicide rates, they're down. So you shouldn't extrapolate from these stories. Nonetheless.
Okay, I'm thinking another free loadout and just try to attack and hunt other raiders.
And
do you want to try a
It's isolation, and as you write about and talk about a lot, the pain of this moment is not distributed equally. People with college degrees
We've had to board up our
live
Skylight.
15 years longer than people with high school degrees. They're much less likely to die of opioids. They're much less likely to say they have no friends. And guys in particular are getting hammered. And so if you're a single male without a college degree, your rate of having an affectionate touch, how many times somebody hugs you or kisses you or just a gentle pat, large numbers of young guys go through weeks and weeks and weeks without an affectionate touch. And that may seem like a trivial thing, but I do not think it is. I think we are mammals who require touch. But it's symptomatic of a whole series of maladies that are afflicting people. And since 2013, we've not only seen the rise of social pain, we've seen the rise of conspiracy theory, and what inevitably accompanies that is anti-Semitism. And so in Bondi Beach, obviously a clear case of anti-Semitism.
It's not Bondi Beach, it's Bondi Beach. Bondi Beach. Bondi Beach.
This is globalizing the intifada.
Oh, let's go spend some time on Bondi Beach, man.
And it was one of the scariest times I've been. I've covered wars and done that kind of thing, but it was really scary because you never know.
Free loadout, and I'm thinking spaceport, free loadout. Okay.
So some people say intifada, that just means struggle. But that Holocaust, when we use the word Holocaust, that doesn't just mean a big fire. It has a specific historic meaning. And so, to me, this is an example of globalizing the intifada. The intifada leads to violence in this way, which is not to be against the struggle for Palestinian statehood. I'm all for that. But the violent means are counterproductive.
A couple of things in there. One, I can't help but you say you use a date since 2013, and that's about the time that social went on mobile. Have you made the same connection?
Yeah, it's very hard to look at the social indicators, which turn south at the same time, and not think of something that is media mobile. It dates to about that time, and the initial populist movement was, I think, in Spain or Portugal, called the Indignados. And it was a group of people arguing, we do not accept your authority. And so the populist...
Okay, let's see what kind of piece of shit gun I have.
Damn, I got a piece of shit gun.
Oh, I got a kettle. Wonderful.
I take is this one.
There's a transfer, a slow but elegant transfer of wealth from young to old, and that economic precarity.
Let's go to the launch towers.
Yeah, let's just go for the main thing and, like, you know, blaze of glory it.
Let's go.
Evaluated based on their economic viability, and then you take them online where they're likely to find algorithms who will tell them it's not their fault to blame women for their romantic problems and blame immigrants for their economic problems. They become radicalized, and then you mix in polarization, access to guns, and it's this dangerous alchemy. But I would reverse engineer it at the very core, the epicenter, to the transfer of wealth from young to old, because old people keep giving themselves more money.
Old people who are my base. That's my base. Old people.
Chris, where you live in Canada?
Me? I live in Montreal.
Oh.
It's in Quebec, which is a part of Canada. It's the largest, I think it's the largest, yeah, it is. It's the largest French country in North America.
Oh, yeah.
But we're like...
population speak French, right?
Yeah, most people here speak French. But I live in Montreal, which is a massive city, and like a lot of people here speak English as well. But we're like, what, an hour from Vermont, so...
But when you look at the data, and the blogger Noah Smith runs the Millennial and Gen Z have higher real wages than Boomer and Gen X at the same age. And they have and we're now
You gonna try open it up?
highest median wages in American history. And so some of the economic data are not that bad, and yet the feeling is bad. So I was talking to the CEO a couple months ago. He said, when my team comes to me and says, oh, if a customer says, this went wrong, this is part of your product.
Yeah, wait for it to blow up. Careful.
Подожди. Подожди, что-то будет гореть.
Alright, it's gonna call it off. Careful.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's done. Here they come.
There were pathways to the right jobs, and there was clear steps you took. If you want to become a newspaper columnist, you tried to become a very junior associate editor at a small magazine, and then gradually you worked your way up. And now I feel there's there are a few in a just society.
Fuck.
Whoa, 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 somebody shot me.
Oh no, they must have seen the flare go up from the fire.
Right there.
Grenade, grenade.
Oh.
You know what, guys? I'm gonna take this as a sign, and I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's like 8 o'clock now, so I think there's only so many things I can do.
Okay, no problem.
I have a question, dude. I have a question. I have a question for you. For real. A serious question. And I mean it. And I mean it. And I mean it. When your dad first told you he was gay,
Even though the raw economic data show Millennial and Gen Z are doing pretty well.
I mean, there's so much there. I would argue so. It's undeniable that the average middle-class person is doing better and living a better life than the wealthiest person in the world 100 years ago, maybe even 50 years ago. Like, I'll take Netflix and Novocaine over royalty, right? But the problem is the human brain doesn't work that way. It's a comparison culture, and every day, 210 times a day, young people have.
right? Okay, I'm off. I'm out. I'm done. Take care. Bye, 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 bye.